All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Comeback City Saturday Night Edition. I'm your host, Lance.
I'm your co-host, NZ Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Comeback City as Lance opened us up. How are we all doing on this wonderful Saturday night? If you are live here in chat bright and early, let's get some ones in the chat. Sir, dude, we already know you're here. Brownie Braid, what's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? How we doing? YouTube, are we alive in the chat? Kragan, what's going on, baby? Can I get some ones? Welcome back, Kragan. Last Paragon, how are we doing, baby? Long time no see. Guys, we got some very interesting things to talk about tonight. We got a decent show. Got a nice little weekly cooldown, some brand new updates. Resubscribe with the Prime. Brownie, thank you so much. Big Midnight Hype, thank you, buddy. Appreciate the love,
Big
thank
hypes.
you. Cherry, how we doing? Welcome back once again. We got a pretty good show for you guys tonight. Nice little weekly cooldown. Got some more news to go through, especially stuff on Midnight Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
Some brand new stuff Blizzard just announced when it comes to add-ons and the direction and everything going with that. Some brand new UI stuff got displayed to us, to the public. Very, very interesting stuff there. As well as we're going to be going through a nice little forum freakout. Got some new stuff for the, segment going for that.
Nice.
And then we're going to be moving into, just discussions and talking and stuff like that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you guys want to show some love, throw some primes over on Twitch. Once again, you don't have to pay for anything, but if it's a free prime, go crazy, dude. Oh, there you go. Thank you so much, Asgard. Appreciate the love, buddy, with the sub at tier 1. Remember, you guys don't have to sub, but if you want to give a free prime, if you play, if you pay for that stuff, you can throw it out there. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love for the hype train. Really, really cool. Thank you, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing, man? We got a lot to discuss. You guys have to know, by the way, it felt like just yesterday we were talking about how we were like, man, we're about 100 days away from player housing. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, that was a long time ago now at this point, but it feels like yesterday. Now, we're less than...
We're 40 days out?
Less than 40 days, something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Like, I don't think you guys understand how big the 0.7 patch leading into some future stuff is gonna be for World of Warcraft. I mean, once the 0.7 patch is here, we got housing. A lot of stuff is gonna be in full swing, and it's gonna be really exciting. So it's gonna be really, really cool. Gino, what's going on, baby? How we doing? How is everyone on YouTube? Guys, are we alive on YouTube? It feels like YouTube's a little bit slow tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to me. How are we doing?
Usually the
Big Papa one.
Yeah. Twitch
Twitch is beating your guys' butt. We got a lot going on. But yeah, man, housing's gonna be a really, really big one. We got a couple things to talk about when it comes to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest. I think I like the Horde neighborhood more than the Alliance one, man. I'm looking at the Horde neighborhood, and it looks pretty damn good. No. I know. Trust me. Razorwind Shores, it's good, though. I didn't know there was a stream tonight. Saturday, Wednesday night, baby. We're here. Listen, I'm sleepy. Give me a break, boys. Drum, what's going on, baby? How we doing? How are we doing, dude? How are we doing? Not a hot take at all. Shit, you're right. 8 already? Chilling, homies. Let's go. Reno. What's going on, baby? You're back. How is everything? Everything all good and safe? Thank you for the prime. Or the sub. Wow, thank you. Insane, Reno. Insane. Thank you so much. You can have 2 houses. Why choosing? Can you have 2 houses? I didn't even know that.
You're allowed to have one for Alliance and one for Horde.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
So
the guild will probably have 2. They'll have a Horde and an Alliance one.
Wow. I actually didn't know that. What? Wow, look at me. It just goes to show, like, I don't want to, like, spoil too much of the stuff that, like, I'm not die hard for making content on. Like, I don't want to make housing content because I'd rather just enjoy it myself rather than, like, oversaturate myself with it and be burned out by it by the time it comes out, Yeah. So I'm just going to enjoy it. Same thing with the story in Midnight. I don't want to burn myself out. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some streamers out there who are literally leveling through the entirety of World of Warcraft Midnight right now. And they're going through the story. They're leveling up. They're doing all the side. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
There's people who have, I think, multiple characters they've done.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the reason I don't want to do this is because I just don't want to spoil it for myself. I want to hang out. I asked ChatGPT and it says I go with Demon Hunter. That's crazy, Kevin. How we doing, baby? How we doing? Spoiling things? Yeah, nah, I'm not trying to spoil nothing. I'm just trying to have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, the last reminder before we get into the show. We do have a hype train going on. If anyone has some primes, you can throw primes on Twitch. If not, do not spend money. we're chilling. We're more than good. Okay, just throwing that out there. But before we get into it, Lance, how you feeling about today's show, the space of World of Warcraft, and everything going on right now? And WoW.
I'm actually very excited for the show today.
Okay.
Some nice things to talk about.
Tahoe, what's going on?
I actually did want to say, I've been on the alpha, and while I'm not doing the campaign and leveling, I am doing that new welcome back tutorial in Arathi that they have, and yeah, some classes are not good.
Oh shit.
There's some classes that are terrible.
Oh shit.
Specifically, Shadow Priest
Oh.
it
Are,
feels bad.
are we
which is sad.
officially in the send help tier for Shadow Priest?
The rework that they did for Shadow Priest, in my opinion, they gotta fix it. That midnight rework feels awful. Or dude, what's up?
Holy shit, chat. Is Shadow Priest cooked? Oh, buddy. Each character gets its own house, right? Houses aren't account-wide, are they?
I think your account's gonna get one Horde and one Alliance out.
Yeah, so you should have 2 houses. I heard Resto Shamis are beyond bad. It's not really a bad situation. It's just they took a spec that actually had some pretty interesting, gameplay aspects to it, even though it was the easiest healer spec to play. But you had a variety of things you could do at different times, and I think that's what Resto Shaman players like the most. They had a variety of cooldowns, micro cooldowns to press when they wanted. Now it's to the point where they don't really have any buttons. And, another big topic we're going to talk about tonight is the fact that healer kicks are officially gone from World of Warcraft, except for Restoration Shaman. So very, very big decision. Lance, do you want to talk a little bit about how Havoc and Devourer feels, since you're pretty much the expert on all things those?
Wouldn't say expert, but
What do you mean? You've sunk dozens of hours
into Devourer. Yeah, Devourer feels
on the alpha, yeah.
It feels good. I will say, I don't think Devourer is going to be a very popular spec after the first patch of Midnight. I think opening patch, you're going to see a lot of Devourers, obviously, the new thing. But I do not think it's a spec for everyone. With the way Void Metamorphosis works, just Legion Void form.
Very interesting.
I don't think people like that game.
Tahoe, thank you with the Prime, baby. Appreciate the love.
So I do think that
Thank you.
it's gonna come out strong. There'll be a lot of people, and then it might fizzle out. The Havoc changes that they just put on, the Apex talents for Havoc, I think are awesome.
By the way, a lot of people are saying Havoc Demon Hunter players, like mains, they are fucking happy as hell. They love them. They love the Apex talents. They think they're really good, very fluid in terms of gameplay. I gotta test it out, man. I think Demon Hunter overall is a ginormous winner heading into the expansion so far. Obviously, it's a very early take, but as of right now, they're one of the biggest winners, and sadly, right now, I think one of the bigger losers is Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest is in a bit of a tough spot, and I think they're gonna need some work. So is Fire Mage, of course, with their 4 buttons.
Devour is Devour's will depend what build you are, but the main build, it's literally 4 buttons.
Yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any questions in terms of classes, specs, we've played every single DPS spec at a good rate at this point. At least 3, 4, 5 hours into each spec individually. When it comes to DPS, tanks and healers, I have not done that yet because that is another monster mountain to climb for me, and I do not want to get that information wrong. So, I'll just have to be honest with you guys. When it comes to Fury or Arms, I personally like Arms better. I think Fury needs to get cleaned up in terms of their capstones, and just a couple talents here or there needs to be just better overall. I like what they're doing with they're giving them an ability, after you rampage in an AoE scenario, it shoots out and I think in non-AoE cap, uncapped AoE micro explosion. That feels really good, and I think that's what Fury needs. So I think Fury just feels very, very, very similar. Arms is a bit more fluid in my opinion, a bit slower but hard hitting, and I think that's what Arms Warrior should be all about. I personally like the Arms Warrior Apex talents. I know there's some people out there that hate it. By the way, I also personally like Fury Warriors, and I know there are some people out there that hate it too. I've gotten into arguments on Twitter about it. So it is what it is. Which specs do you like, Lance? You want to just
which lock spec do you like?
Oh, which lock spec? Jesus, sorry, I read that wrong. I think all three of them are in good spots. I would have liked some more changes for Destruction. Destruction is copy-paste pretty much exactly what it's been all of the War Within. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it needs changes. I think it's good for what it is. The numbers were fine last season for both Mythic Plus and Single Target and Raid. Okay, sure, I guess. But
yeah, I think Affliction's interesting.
yeah, absolutely. They gave Affliction pretty much a full-on rework.
Yeah.
And I think they needed it. No more Malefic Rapture. You now have your Seed of Corruption.
Listen, if you
and
were going to
Unstable
do
Affliction
this and you're kind of reworking every spec, Affliction Locks have been asking to get rid of Malefic Rapture for literal years now.
Yeah.
It was the right move. I think they like dots feeling good.
I mean, damage over time specs should be damage over time specs, not fake ones with a mask on pretending to be. Rogues. Surprisingly, I will say Outlaw feels miles ahead of both Assassination and Subtlety Rogue. I don't even think it's close, by the way. Subtlety, I think it needs a lot of work. They just nerfed it a little bit on the one thing that I really enjoyed about it, which is the Shuriken Storm passive getting procced. That was awesome. They nerfed it. Sucks. Assassination is a little plain, but the Crimson Tempest changes are good. Other than that, Assassination, I'm not in love with it. Surprisingly, though, really big surprise. It might be my alt. My main alt is Outlaw Rogue. Very fun. Elemental Shaman is S+ tier. They're one of the best design specs. You ask Lance about it as well. We can both confidently agree.
Yeah, Ellie is insane.
S+ tier design. They are, in my opinion, if I had to rate one caster that I could strongly say is going to be good.
Well, I don't know about number-wise good, but
just
feeling-wise,
design and feel and just
they're
just phenomenal. They're just phenomenal. Cherry, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Less buttons now. Pretty much everybody, less buttons, man. Less buttons. And I think, by the way, hot take. People think less buttons means it's just stupid to play. Like, it takes less intelligence, but that's not the case. Like, it takes less, I would say, concentration on staring at your buttons to do your rotation. Like, how many... Let me ask all of you this question and be honest with me right now. When you play retail World of Warcraft, how many of you catch yourself looking at your buttons for your rotation rather than the encounter that's in front of you? Raise your hand right now. Let me get some ones in the chat if anyone agrees, because I don't know about you, I'm constantly looking at my buttons on what I'm going to press next rather than what's actually happening in front of my character. And it's a very bad way to play a video game. It's very frustrating.
When I'm on my Shadow Priest, no. I feel it. I got the feeling.
Okay.
On my Demon Hunter, yeah.
So maybe explain, Lance, to me.
Well, that's because I've just played a lot of Shadow Priest.
But why do you think this is a good change? Why do you think...
Well, there's just a less playing, Guitar Hero with your keys, right? Yeah. There's less things. But I will kind of counterpoint you. I don't think that there's less buttons. Yeah, in some cases, some classes are more simple. Yeah, 100%. But then there's also some where it's like, yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like Unholy feels still pretty much like it's a lot still.
In some ways, yeah, but overall, the class is being pruned. It makes me enjoy the game for what it is rather than staring at my buttons for a rotation. And overall, I think that's a good thing combined with the add-on removal as well. So I think we're honing back in on gameplay, interaction, playing World of Warcraft, getting involved with our character, staring at the encounter and the scenarios we're in, rather than looking at a weak aura pack, rather than looking at procs. And I don't know about you guys. It may be a hot take, but I am very happy this is happening. Like, first, I need weak auras to play Rogue and Assassination. Yeah, maybe Blizz wants to make WoW multi-platform like Fortnite, hence the simply... I mean, that can come way down the future.
I'm sure that's
eventually,
in the pipeline, but I think... Yeah. I actually think the reason for this is they have the data on their end to show, and I don't want to sound like a dick, and I'm probably a part of this list. A lot of WoW players aren't that good, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sure. So maybe simplifying classes might bring some people back. It might help people out.
You want to know, when I talk to people that come from Classic or a different version of the game, ladies and gentlemen, the number one thing they say to me is, You need to play Guitar Hero to learn a class. You need to study to learn a class. I'm just going to copy paste a build from Icy Veins or Wowhead, import it, and then that's it. I'm good to go. Things are too complicated. The tooltips are too much. I don't understand what's actually going on in front of me. I have to dodge everything every 2 seconds. All they do is complain about combat. So if combat is too much for players to pick up, like, now, I'm not saying immediately. No game should be able to immediately get picked up. But it should be able to be like, okay, I'm looking at this game and I can understand what's going on without having to play it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to ride anything, but Fellowship, for example, they do a good job at just allowing me to process information very easily. It's a great game, by the way, but my point is if World of Warcraft can do something to where you can process information easier, it allows you to multitask a little bit better. So if you also combine that with simplification of rotations and not needing weak auras and all these things, your brain can cool down and it's not too much for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to Gravedigger, no, I don't think the elite players will leave. I think the game will still have challenge enough.
That's crazy, Brownie.
They're going to have enough shit going on. And they're like, the challenge is going to be different now, right? And you're going to take away the challenge from actually, you know, what buttons to press in your character to now, well, you don't have those add-ons to tell you exactly what to do anymore to really help you out, so you have to pay attention to the game more. So it's just kind of restructuring the challenge, but to say that the elite players are going to leave, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so at
Besides, the elite players are the degenerates who love WoW so much, they ain't going.
Single-Minded Fury is still a transmog, yes. Same thing with Survival Hunter. They can now dual-wield transmog as well, so, you know, whatever floats your boat, that is the case. All the elite players will not leave World of Warcraft. I guarantee you 100%, if you're really a part of the 1%, I'm going to be completely real, I don't think you're ever leaving WoW. And the reason for that is because you're too hooked on doing the same shit over and over for Mythic Plus. You're more hooked than me. I mean, I could take a week off, 2 weeks off, make my content, chill, casually play an hour here or there. I don't need to be on. I definitely don't need to be on 4 or 5 hours a day, or even 2 or 3. I can enjoy the game in different ways that does not revolve around raw gameplay at the 1%. I don't need to.
Yeah.
I can go do transmog farming. I can go get cosmetics. I can go farm achievements. I can go make a new character and just go through Warlords of Draenor if I wanted to. I can enjoy World of Warcraft in a variety of different ways. I don't need to sweat and play at the 1%. So these people, that is their game, is playing at the 1%. That is how they get their dopamine hit. They don't give a shit about the lore. They don't give a shit about transmogs. They don't give a shit about story or the campaign or achievements. They care about numbers. And no matter what, they're always going to come back for numbers. I don't care what you say. They're going to come back. Very, 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 very few people are going to leave because a weak aura can't tell them how to play the game anymore.
No, they're just going to change the way they play. It's not. I don't think it's going to. People are dooming and making it out to be much bigger deal than it actually is.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really a big.
I don't think so either. People are going to doom either way.
What spec are you both most excited for, Sky?
Me, Illustrious, I know you were mentioning it earlier, you're going to be playing Enhance again with the pruning. By the way, I am too. I'm going to be so upfront with you right now. My main choice as of now is an Enhancement Shaman, and it is a Draenei Enhancement Shaman. Whoa. Alliance, that's crazy.
Can you give a second spec?
The second one is probably going to be Outlaw Rogue. What
you like
race?
to dual wield, huh?
Huh?
You like dual wielding?
I guess I do.
Oh, good for
but
you.
the second one is going to be Outlaw Rogue. But Enhancement is a chef's kiss of a specs. Shaman in general is S-tier design right now. And then I would say a third, if I really had to wing it, maybe a Death Knight of some sort. I don't know, because Death Knight across the board just got substantial upgrades, and they're looking really good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've kind of, especially with the new changes they did earlier in the week, what was it, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I really like the survival.
Ooh,
I like survival a lot.
Yeah. They made some good changes this last week.
Yeah, I feel like it's simple. It's a simple class, I'll say. And I think could be missing one button still. Also, maybe there's some like cleaning up in the talents they need to do, but it's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's like my number 2, but Devour is
Juice.
Yeah, Devour is fun.
Yeah, very fluid.
It's fun. As someone who loved Legion Shadow Priest, Devourer is fun.
I think elites are already leaving World of Warcraft. Why do you think Blizzard is giving out keys? What do you mean by that? Like
Alpha keys?
like alpha keys? My view is that fewer people are playing Mythic. Actually, that's funny you say that. We just broke a record for the most Mythic dungeon participations of all time 3 weeks in a row. So we got a number 1 spot, a number 2 spot, and a number 3 spot in a matter of 3 weeks at this launch of Season 3, which is the final season.
I think he might be talking about Mythic Raid.
Mythic rating. Oh, I don't fucking know, dude. I thought he meant Mythic Plus, but Mythic rating, I can't
But I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
The
I
Hall
don't
of
have
Fame
anything to
for the
say.
Mythic Raid closed pretty fast.
Did it?
This time around it did, yeah.
Looking forward to trying out controller / Steam Deck. I'm sure it'd be really nice. I'm in. You know, it's funny. I was talking to Lance the other day about potentially getting a Steam Deck and just... I mean, imagine how fun that would be to just casually play in your bed World of Warcraft with all the prune classes and specs and stuff. It'd be a blast. Shit, does anyone actively play World of Warcraft on a Steam Deck in here? Dude, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Ooh, just chill. Honestly, even Classic WoW would be fun to play on a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Just casually quests, no stress,
100%.
no worry. I wouldn't do any content because Classic WoW content is for birds, but little questing here or there. I do occasionally. I stream from my PC to oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. But okay, I think we're officially ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some of the news. It's time for the weekly cooldown. All right, it's time for the weekly cooldown. Your full recap of everything that went down in World of Warcraft this week, from blue posts and patch notes to class changes, leaks, and more. We're breaking it all down for you right now, whether you missed a day or the whole week. Click that Hearthstone and get ready, because this is your reset. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, you guys heard the intro, man. It's time for the weekly cooldown. Time to get in all the news, all the juicy stuff when it comes to Midnight World of Warcraft, some updates and things of that nature. Hoping everyone's having a good day. Let's get into it. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, raid frame updates coming in Midnight World of Warcraft. What is that? Wait, is that Blizzard? Oh my god, they're out in the backyard. Oh my god, Lance, they got the grill on. Holy shit, he's got the cover. It says mom cooking only. Wait a second. Blizzard's fucking cooking right now? Wait a second.
Crazy.
Chat? Blizzard is cooking. Okay, all jokes aside, raid frame updates, big changes coming to Midnight World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, there are add-ons for this sort of thing to give you this information, like who has healing over time effects on them, who has diseases, poisons, you need to dispel them, who has cocoons, all these sorts of things, and typically these are mostly healers grabbing these add-ons, right, to process and make sure everyone's healthy in the party. Now, I've always begged and wanted Blizzard to have things like this because I don't really like setting all this up. Nobody likes setting up add-ons at all, right or wrong. Who likes setting up add-ons in World of Warcraft?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. So Blizzard is officially adding some major updates when it comes to raid frames. And they state across World of Warcraft, we have been closely following community discussions about the upcoming game changes in Midnight Expansion and their impact on some combat-focused add-ons. As we approach the end of the first month of Midnight Alpha Test, we would like to reflect on the conversation for so far, clarify aspects of our implementation, and share a preview of some stuff. Okay, so they pretty much saying everyone are sharing the technical updates, here going through our opinions and stuff like that. Their main goal, as you can see here, they literally named it the power to customize. The main goal of everything with Midnight is they're trying to simplify and make everything straightforward as much as possible. Okay, if they can do that while making everything within the Blizzard UI an option and customizable and fluid, you don't have to go any outside source, that's a win to them. And I think it's a win to me too. I don't want to have to get add-ons every 2 seconds. I don't want to have to update them. I want Blizzard to do everything for me so I can play the video game and not have to worry about bullshit. Right or wrong?
Yeah, it does suck every time there's a new patch and then your shit doesn't work and you're gimped until you can update.
Yes, it is a big deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning into the stream, we are getting into some new stuff here right off the bat. Raid frame updates coming to Midnight World of Warcraft. And it's some big changes, man. So they would like to simplify everything. Another one is the boss warning UI coming, and I believe that is able to be tested right now on the alpha. Another example is add-on functionality. Important cast and nameplates and such being... I'm going to be honest, I think this needs an update as well. This is not different enough. But overall, you can go through some of these now. For example, healing and raid frames are getting obviously the biggest tweaks, I would say, out of everything so far. And you can actually see a ton of information here. The cocoons, the healing over time effects, who's poisoned, who's diseased, who needs a dispel, who needs, you know, whatever the case may be. And this is simple stuff that Blizzard is doing. And, you know, occasionally people first see something and they doom, they gloom, and they attack because they're scared of getting burned by Blizzard, because Blizzard's the big scary company who burns everybody apparently. And I'm gonna be honest, I think they're whooping ass here, man. I don't know, this looks clean, it feels like it's in the game, it's easy to track, it's easy to understand, and I feel like this is just one of those scenarios where, like, you just gotta give these developers time to do their job, and they're gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, you could only hope, and you know, the most important thing is actually give feedback on these things.
For sure.
Right? Seeing it and just saying, oh, we're screwed, this is bad. All right. That's not so good. But, you know, giving actual feedback. Hey, maybe you should do this, add this, do that, do this. So that they could make it better. I'm sure they could get it there. It might take time, but you gotta provide the feedback.
For sure. I mean, it's always a feedback thing. Just simply saying yes or no bad, or it's shit, it doesn't help anybody. You gotta, like, if you want something, explain what it is. I mean, let us explain. I don't know.
You might as well help them try to get it right, because they're not gonna just go back on their word now and say, you know what, guys, you can use your add-on. That's not gonna happen.
For sure. I'm eager to see the final product of the UI with all the changes. Could be amazing. I think so too. Fingers crossed they could follow through on this. I hope they can too. Hopefully we can finally save it in the layout. I had a real good laugh when I saw that UI. They're all Brazilian characters from soap operas. Okay, cool. Pretty fun how Doomers say day one of alpha we're losing their shit, and then saying the game is rude, and look now, it's alpha for a reason to test and get feedback and add it. W Blizzard again. Yeah, absolutely agree. I think the game is well on its way throughout alpha, being updated and integrated on, and this is just another
it
step
has
in the
been
right
less
direction.
than a month since this
whole thing,
since alpha started. So.
It's crazy. And, you know, I mean, you know, I would say, for example, like the details meter thing, I could see some, you know, worries and concerns, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the very, very first iteration of something that's supposed to come out in 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 months from now. Like, dude, 5 months away, and we're tripping like that hard, like calling the expansion mid and bad and dead expansion, dead game, everyone's gonna quit.
They have a good enough amount of time to get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to tell me right now, do you guys honestly think Blizzard could pull it off in terms of building their add-ons that we sort of relied on forever, like weak auras, DBM, and all this sort of things? Do you guys think they can integrate it properly within World of Warcraft to where we're not really going to miss those things? Like, of course, there's going to be some situations where, man, I wish I can track that one specific passive on my talent tree. I mean, I think they can do a good job. I think they really can. Calling mid is half on Blizzard for naming it midnight. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. 20 years of add-on development done in 4 months? No, not possible for them. Yeah, and the thing is, though, is I don't even think they need to change what we've been doing into going into this new expansion where they're kind of overhauling and understanding the fact that, hey, in order for players to progress through Mythic Plus or raids, there's too much information at once that needs to be processed for the normal person. So people are relying on outside sources. How can we strip that? How can we get rid of that as much as possible without damaging the game? In that case, it's like, okay, simplify the fights, get rid of the add-ons, and make it all on us. Is the fight too simple, or is it overcomplicated now? Now they can completely change the direction of boss fights and designs. Now they can say, hey, we can integrate it ourselves. So it's, yes, it's simple in a way, but you can track it to the point where you do have information, but not everything possible telling you how to play the game. Like, I don't know about you guys. I cannot stand when players play, when I'm trying to just watch a regular Mythic Plus video, and every 2 seconds I hear, meow, or like, whoa, or like the lightsaber, or like all these sounds. I'm like, bro, I can't even focus on the fucking video. Like it's ridiculous. Like all these things and notifications and sounds and telling you how to play the game rather than just you being able to go out there, process information at a decent level, and just play the game without relying on a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but also one thing that I think is important, right? And I know everyone wants to keep talking about a potential WoW 2 or things like this. The only way for them to do that is to kind of strip the game back, to kind of rebuild it. Like they have to make a new foundation to build off of. And getting rid of the add-ons can allow them to change the way they design fights. It can allow them to change the way they design dungeons and raids and the type of content that they can add.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
I agree.
Which would allow them to, I mean, who knows what it could end up being, right? Like we're getting housing now, we're getting removal of add-ons. I'm not that smart. I don't know what they're gonna make, right, or what they could make, but it's you have to strip things down sometimes because the arms race with add-ons has gotten so far that it kind of limits them to the types of fights they can make a little bit.
Absolutely it does. What do you mean? A perfect example is Fractalus in this last raid. The entire boss for LFR, normal, and heroic got figured out with one little weak aura, telling you exactly what to do and when to do it. Like, simple as that. And that shouldn't be how a game is designed. Sometimes I want to go on a boss, I want to not know what to do exactly, and just fucking play it and fight the boss. So I think it's a step-by-step process. And remember, we're on step 1. Like, we're gonna get mad at the people for trying to make the right change, but they're finally, like, they're communicating actively, showing us openly, ready for judgment, ready to get tried and flamed and attacked, but they're taking it on the chin, making the changes, updating shit, and shipping it out.
You never know. Maybe it comes out and it's ass.
Maybe
the game comes out and this is horrible.
Maybe.
But I'll tell you what, guys, we're gonna have to give them the feedback because they're not gonna just say, okay, have your add-ons.
Sure.
They're gonna try this for at least the rest of the World Soul Saga.
For sure, I would say. Kill videos do the same thing as add-ons. For most people, the only change is one less thing to download. Kill videos, like watching people kill
boss.
Sure, but at the difference between a kill video and the difference between a kill video and a weak aura is the weak aura will actively tell you the fight and explain how to do things mid-fight. A kill video is an example of how you should do things, and then it's your ability to process information that you once saw, not actively being told, hey, turn left, hey, take this to circle, hey, get out of fire, hey, defensive now, hey, taunt now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a big difference. There's Zorn. I'm going to be honest with you. This is another massive change that just got posted today, ladies and gentlemen. ElvUI, a pretty much full-on visual feature, doesn't really change combat. The development is now on hold for midnight, officially. Very, very big news. They've announced that development's on hold, citing the current situation and stay for the API for the changes. ElvUI is one of the most popular add-ons, as we all know, for customizing the UI, changing its skin, whatever ago. So they went out there, one of the lead developers, and said that it's not going to happen. As Blizzard stated, another update for patch 12.0. The development for it now is officially now on hold. They let them know, they let the add-on team know, hey, no more. You don't have You don't have to update anything. Given the current situation, the state of the API, we won't be able to provide custom unit frames and other major parts of the UI. The framework, which powers our unit frames and nameplates, posted a small statement on the GitHub. Yeah, situation like that. So, Lance, what do you think about this so far? Do you think that's a big impact? Because Blizzard did previously state that all combat add-ons are going to get removed. Now they're sort of going and changing and saying, now we don't really want ElvUI in the game. What are your thoughts on that?
As someone who doesn't use ElvUI, I don't know why they would get rid of it. Like, why mess with the way people customize their UI with the look and feel they want? I don't know why mess with that. I guess it is what it is. I mean, I don't know why they would do it, but yeah, whatever.
Is there anyone in here that uses ElvUI currently? That, you know, is a little bit frustrated or curious about some things?
Necrotarkin, what the heck? Was waiting on YouTube and it didn't take over. Just thought y'all were running behind. No, we've, I think we're live. No, we're live on YouTube as well right now, but, who knows? Everything's a little bit weird these days. The last week. Have since it came out. Oh, we have some ElvUI users here. Yeah, I don't know why getting rid of this one. I don't know the reason for it. Yeah, I feel like it's just cosmetic. I don't know why you would get rid of that. Like, if you're going that far, you might as well get rid of everything, right? At that point, let's just say no add-ons for anyone. I don't know. Weird. I wouldn't get rid of that, but it is what it is. I mean, no, where do I feel about that? I'm not upset. I wouldn't be upset if people had their own customizable UI. I've seen some really nice ElvUI profiles that I'd want to use. It's just, I don't know. I used to, but stopped once Blizzard added much of the base UI flexibility. So much easier. Yeah. No, what was it? War Within, when you could do the edit mode, is definitely, that's what I've been using as well. ElvUI is nice, but I stopped using it a while back knowing what was coming, trying to get used to the base UI again. Yeah, I'm sure if you've been using ElvUI, that's a little bit tough. I think it's just developer's choice from ElvUI in case, because of the RAID frames or something like that, could be a pain to develop. Yeah, that makes sense too. That is kind of how it reads a little bit, you're right. I spent 2 hours this afternoon setting up my UI without it. That's probably smart. I wonder how much money CurseForge will lose. I'm not sure. How is CurseForge monetized? You know, if they get rid of things like all the things or like Narcissus, people would probably be pissed off about that.
No, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. As someone who's used ElvUI the entirety of the War Within and gotten pretty used to it, it does suck. But I will also be honest, I've been preparing for Judgment Day for a couple months now. I've actually stopped using ElvUI the last couple months on purpose since I've heard the news of the add-on thing. And they didn't explicitly say ElvUI is gonna be gone, but I said to myself, yeah, it's probably best if I don't fucking, you know, get crutched by this thing right now and just get rid of it while I can, rip the band-aid off, because you never know. And we got hit hard. I mean, ElvUI is officially gone. Now, some people are upset. I'm gonna be honest. Is this the game great yet? What the hell? Bro, you made a 5-word sentence and you couldn't write it out properly? You're a rare premium user.
Is the game great yet?
Yeah, but like, what in what sense? Is the game great yet? What does that mean? Give me something. Give me something.
I don't know. The ElvUI dev statement was saying, Blizzard wants us to provide them with feedback and free QA. And I'm not doing that just to help them fix the mess they've got themselves into. They have employees on the payroll. They could figure it out themselves.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right,
if that's really what they said, I don't know. They really stuck it to the man. I guess.
Right?
I just want my nameplate on dark mode and able to hide all the bars. Yeah, I mean, I think there needs to be more customization within the base UI if this is going to happen, then. I'm going to be honest. I made my own personal research bar with weak auras that look like a mini version of my character frame. Don't know if I'll be able to keep that. Probably not. Probably not. I don't know, maybe.
No, I don't think Weak Wars is
But
going
I
to
don't,
work at
yeah,
all, buddy.
at the end of the day, I don't think so. At the same notion, yeah, I did that. I've honestly gotten, the only add-ons now that I play with are just bag add-ons and basic, maybe like Narcissus and stuff, which I hope they keep because I need to take high-quality screenshots and
The
stuff.
only thing I've been using lately is just recount.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that. If they got rid of all the things, I'll be done once we finish Mythic Rating. It's how I entertain myself until next year. I've been playing since launch, and that would be my red line. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, I don't see them getting rid of all the things, though. I think that would piss a lot of people off. Also has nothing to do with combat. Like, let people have it.
Plater Details Plumber, yeah. My big worry is Healbot out of everything I used. Yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure, gone. Healbot. Isn't that the one that displays everything and, like,
No,
kind of like that?
Man,
Like the one we were talking about earlier?
no, I think it allows you to just do, like...
Mouse over heels?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that then. I don't know. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Look up Automatic Jack. I'm sure he would know, like, genuinely. He's like the healer god when it comes to information. Moving forward, though, ElvUI is gone. Another one that's two big updates when it comes to that. Also, we got some brand new visual effects on some tier sets. By the way, guys, these are fucking cooking.
Hunter one is
These are insane, some of these, bro. Wow. Okay, so going through some of these, it's just the extra visual effects. I believe these are what are those tokens that you get that add these to your tier sets? I forgot how you earn them, but you can earn them in a way. You know what I'm talking about? The tokens that you right click and it's like randomly on one class's tier set. Never heard of that? Really? Wasn't it from like the... What? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I forgot how you earn them, but you like... Curios? Is that what it's called? I don't remember. It's like this thing that you earn from doing something, an achievement, getting like 2K.
Curios.
Is that what it is? I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyways, you right click it. It gives you an extra visual effect. That might be what they're talking about here. I don't know if the base tier sets are going to be looking like this. Hunters are okay. At best. 2500 Mythic Plus. I thought that's what it was. I just forgot what the item was called itself. That's probably why Lance doesn't know about it. Big Mythic Plus shitter. No, I'm just kidding. Hunter's Dookie? Yeah, I don't like it. Priest is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. They nailed it. I realize that I'm so used to add-ons I don't realize that the base game could do mouse overcasting. Can it really? Holy shit. I didn't even know that either. That's crazy. Beautiful, beautiful sets here out of the Priest. Extra visuals are fantastic on it as well. Absolutely S tier. I wouldn't change a thing. Shamans are pretty good as well. I like the extra shoulder stuff here. Not bad sets. I would say good. I would say B tier. Warlocks, I think we can all agree, are absolutely S tier. These are knock out of the parks. Absolutely love them. 10 out of 10. Wouldn't change a thing. Surprisingly, Drummer Guy, I actually don't like Warriors that much. I feel like they could have done a bit better with Warrior. Maybe I'm an idiot, though.
Yeah, Gino, I'm going to be real. I'm very sad about Shadow.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about Shadow.
I was playing it today on the alpha, and I'm like, dude, this is ass.
Yeah, it's tough.
And Shadow's been my freaking thing forever, but that's
yeah,
wrong.
What's your guys' favorite tier set that we've seen so far out of all these tier set designs? Dude, I gotta say, I think Priest is the best. That one, and there was one other one.
Monk is insane.
Monk was really good, yeah. Monk was insane. But man, I gotta say, Priest is... Woo! Absolutely phenomenal. This yellow one in particular up here, insane. So was that. Wow, incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. They nailed it. I couldn't be more excited for these sets. Blizzard absolutely freaking killed it, man. What a banging job. Additionally, some more information on a potential release date for Midnight World of Warcraft. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up because we got some news. Holly Longdale went on Twitter, give a nice little post. Hey there, Azeroth. Exciting times as we tinker our way into Midnight. I, for one, made my first new druid since Vanilla in Legion Remix. Y'all, being a Boomkin EDM, oh yeah, love it. See you in game beta soon, okay? Now, interesting. Beta. Once beta happens, the clock is officially on, and everybody knows a lot more testing gets introduced. A lot more people get in. I don't think it's open. Why don't it be open beta,
Anyone
right?
who has Epic Edition will have beta.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I forgot. Yeah, okay. So if you have the Epic Edition, which are honestly most people, so it means we're getting a lot more testing done. Lance, what is this? You want to answer that?
He's asking about why they're removing Storm, Earth, and Fire for months. So that's a you
because
question.
it's just a clunky ass spell that's been clunky forever. Between micromanaging the Storm, Earth, and Fire clones,
Actually,
sometimes it bugging out.
I will say when
split damage.
when I played Windwalker for like
I didn't like it.
3 months.
You know what I miss?
I think it was Legion I was playing. Yeah, I think it was Legion. And you could take Serenity instead of using Storm, Earth, and Fire. I did that every time.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Serenity was fucking fire. And I think that's the direction they're going, and I think a lot of people can agree with it. And, some people like it, of course, maybe in your scenario. But I like what they're doing with Monk so far. I think Monk is one of the better designs in the game right now. A lot of, talents in general are being fluid and really forming well with, like, haste and crit in particular, and those are two fun stats to have, big crit numbers, and then you're hitting very, very quickly. So very, very fun. Overall with Monk, I played them. I think they feel good. But I guess we'll see, when it comes on that. I hope it takes a while to hit max level. I miss when WoW was about the journey instead of the destination.
So what I would say about this, you can make the game about the journey whenever you want, though. I mean, that's on you, right? Like you could do whatever you want. Just don't rush.
Yeah.
Read quest text.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to make it about the journey? Get on your ground mount.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell. That. That's a mindset.
Yeah, it always is, and that's something that affects me a lot, guys. Like, even when I've been playing Legion Remix lately, it's kind of been getting to me a little bit because people are they're just spamming shit over and over, and it's kind of killed the mode for me for now until Broken Shore comes out. But I can't let it do that to me. And you guys shouldn't let things do that like to you. Don't let other people's influence do that. That's why I love the community we're on. And we do special events like even like Project 30 and stuff and just have a good time leveling. Like, I don't know about you guys. I am going to take it nice and slow when this expansion comes out. On that 3-day head start that I get for having the version that I'm at, I'm going to take it nice and slow. I'm going to chill. I'm going to read quests. I'm going to fucking really dive into the story and the lore. Do not buy into that bullshit of you need to rush. Sure, I know I make videos about saving time, but I don't tell people to speed level or speed through everything.
Well, the thing is, especially about those first 2 weeks until the season starts, honestly, none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
The second the season starts and you can get into your tier 8 delves and start running Mythic Plus and get in a raid,
For sure.
all the gear, it doesn't matter if you got the max item level you could possibly get in that first week or two.
Sure.
It literally will, everything could get replaced in like 2 days.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Anyways, going into it, the Midnight Alpha is still invite only. Midnight Beta will be open to the floodgates to everybody. When is the Midnight Beta? Now, she said that it was soon, possibly that it could take place after the current Midnight Alpha roadmaps. We're currently on Phase 4, which is, in case you guys are wanting, the second to last. So
It's
now
gonna,
people...
It's going to happen 1 week after Phase 5.
in a couple weeks.
I think 1 week. For War Within, it literally was right after they hit
Really?
max level. And they were doing some testing there. It went right into...
Okay, so if it's on that, they say it's going to be based on November 5th. Now, going off that information, there was also an event, the possible midnight release date. So going based off that, we can hypothesize, put on our tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen, and try to figure out a date. Now, there was a pre-patch world event. Currently, we've seen no indication of Midnight's release time late on the alpha, but typically expansion launches are predicted or preceded by a 4 to 6 week pre-patch period that involves some new world event, catch-up gear, new rewards, etc. These new data mine world events could be a 6-week Midnight pre-patch event, with the end date being Monday, March 9th, 2026, leaving the potential release date as Tuesday, March 10th.
And that would also make that the actual release date, with early access being
Before that.
4.
Is that what that is?
I'm assuming, because early access was started on a Thursday evening.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
for War Within.
Yeah, I guess you're right. While new unnamed world events and associated events, could change, subject, whatever. I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping for maybe a mid-February, late February release date, but early March. I mean, sure, sounds about right. I mean, it's not anything too far out of the ballpark that me and Lance were estimating. What do you guys think about the March release date? Is that too far away? Are we panicking? Are we all gonna die before then? Is it over?
No, I think it's fine.
You think it's fine?
Literally no big
Do you think
deal.
that'll give you enough time to pick a main?
Yeah.
I was thinking about beginning of March, and it's perfect for me. Okay, cool. So listen, I mean, I'm not saying book the dates yet, but just let everyone know ahead of time. Let the hubby know. Let the wifey know. Maybe pitch it to the boss.
Yeah, you're going to have housing. So
All
it'll
good.
be all right.
Not panicking, but that's a long time to play this current season or remix. Yeah, but I'm going to be honest. When housing comes around, we got the 0.7 patch with the new story stuff and lore walking.
Oh, and by the way,
patch event.
you're going to want, once pre-patch comes out, you're going to want that to
yeah.
refamiliarize yourself with your character.
Oh, yeah, you are.
And prepare.
Oh, yeah, you are.
There is, going from Dragonflight to the War Within, that pre-patch, there wasn't that much that changed for classes. This shit is going to be a lot. So you're going to have those 6, you're going to want those 4 to 6 weeks.
Also, guys, don't forget, you could be completely changing mains or characters. You may need to level up a whole new character. You may need to level up
Well, that's
two
what
new
Remix
characters.
should be for.
Sure, but the idea is that I'm saying once pre-patch comes out, your whole ideology of everything could change. You have to remember, Remix ends in how many days? What is it, 80-something, 70-something, 60-something? I don't even
80.
fucking know.
I
I think it's
89.
80-something. So, I'm telling you, we all just said not too long ago, hey, we have 100 days until housing. Well, guys, now we're on the 40-something day mark. We're already down 2 months. It's been 2 months since that conversation. And the same shit's gonna happen again. We're gonna be like, yo, housing releases next week. Pre-patch is gonna be soon. I'm telling you, this shit is going to fly by a lot faster than we all think, dude.
Also, we have the holidays coming up.
True. We have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everything. Everything's
Whatever it is. It's like we all have so much. And
Yeah.
by the time those are done, those are going to be done in a flash. You're barely even going to think about the game. And
Yeah.
then
And then it's all going to be here.
by January,
We're in full swing of, pre-patch event.
we'll know the release date. We'll be preparing for pre-patch. Everyone will probably be doing anything that they usually do to prepare for an expansion.
housing.
And by the way, once the official launch date comes and and pre-patch comes, there's kind of a lot of shit to prepare. You got to clean out all of your bags. You got to figure out your main if you want to get any consumables.
What about guilds? Getting into a proper guild, planning with friends, events, housing, achievement farming, housing preparation in terms of getting new materials, farming up gold. Dude, there's a lot of shit to do when that
Stocking
clock
up
hits,
on
man.
as many WoW tokens as you can for gold.
Yeah, you bastards. Already got an 80 of each class except for Evokers, and I'm prepared to switch mains if I need to. Wow, that's crazy. We already know you're playing Fury Warrior Canadian. Stop playing with me. I know there are going to be a landslide of them, but I'm amped up for the new Demon Hunter spec.
Yeah, and I keep saying there's gonna be a lot of Devourers in the first patch. I don't think it's gonna stick. It's not a class for everyone, I think. First off, they're a little bit squishy right now.
Anomaly, thank you for the follow. Appreciate the love, baby.
So we'll see. We will see.
It's been 2 expansions away from my warrior. It's time to come home. Yeah, listen, all I'm going to say is, if I had a real pair of balls, I would play Arms Warrior this expansion.
Maybe I
they're
should.
fucking awesome.
Maybe I should play Arms.
But I don't got guts like that. I've never ever mained warrior. I'm too scared to. I don't got the guts to pull it off. Maybe an all.
Should I go?
No.
Warrior?
You should not go warrior.
Arms.
Nope.
Or take Trojan spot.
Protection warrior.
I'm taking Trojan spot.
That's crazy. Already got the proper guild. I got my... Yeah, you're ready to go. I'm glad on midnight. I just need to have 13 characters and not 26 to collect every bog of every club. Wow. I have to play Arms. Fury hurts my hands these days. Yeah, Fury's still that same fucking 4-button spec that's super fast. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, bro, you guys gotta understand. These things feel like a super long time away. But even if you take a break from WoW a little bit, check in here or there every couple weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks, things are going to fly by like that, man.
Yeah.
Between the holidays, the pre-patch event, housing, all the new shit going on, prepping new characters, getting into a guild, farming gold. That, like, shit is going to pop and it's going to happen quick. By the way, I owe 2 people dances now, last Paragon.
So you could do
2 people dances.
do your dance, and then you could save them both.
I have no room to do a dance.
By the way,
but yo, I owe Sir Dude a dance and last Paragon a dance. I owe 2 people dances. And I promise, when we do a gameplay stream, I'm opening that shit up with a dance. Yeah, I might do it from the 100K stream. Big dance stream.
oh, by the way, yeah.
Part Warriors trash
Speaking
now?
of new classic stuff, guys. PBC Classic will probably be out within the next month or 2.
Shit, that'd be fun.
Maybe, I don't know.
That'd be kind of fun to play. I would only play that, though, if they did fresh servers. Proud Warriors trash now. It's hard to judge. I don't know. It's really hard to judge because you can't really tank anything right now. It's hard to judge what tank feels good or not.
Well, you can't say, even if you're doing dungeons, they're normal dungeons, which is like...
Even like... No, those are trivial. Even the tier set bonuses and everything, it's hard to judge what feels good or not. We have no details for nothing. We don't know if their mitigated damage feels good. You're just going strictly based off rotation and base feel.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Judging anything on numbers right now on alpha is pointless.
Yeah, we have no idea. Carpal tunnel's no joke. Yeah, you're packed up, buddy. My thumb is trained to my 12-button mouse. Yeah, same. I got the Razer Naga. No way I'm not playing with that. Better get on it. Yeah. There might be new classic stuff sprinkled in there too. Yeah. I think that's what Lance was expanding upon. And listen, I'm telling you guys, if a fresh TBC comes out, I would at least level up maybe a Draenei and just casually play. Let's continue though.
Is our guild becoming Draenei only? Midnight?
Comeback hooves. Crazy. Enemy range mobs getting changes in Mythic Plus. Large changes to healing at midnight. So enemy archers and spam casters in Mythic Plus will be changed to more evenly spread their targeting across the group. Okay, awesome. So they're not going to just one-shot one character and just you're fucking dead, which is a great thing. It's not legal for it to be bad. Main Pro Warrior since TBC, but I've been hearing bad stuff, so wondering if it should change it up. But yeah, thank you for the info. Yeah, sorry. I've played a couple tanks, and by a couple, I literally only mean Blood Death Knight, so I can't really.
That's actually a single, not a couple.
Yeah, I know. I'm a really biased for Blood. I really like Blood a lot. I don't know.
Sky, do you think tanking will be more approachable in Midnight?
100%.
Like, routes, Mythic Plus, percent, etc.?
100%.
No, when it comes to routes
yes.
and percent, no, that's not going to be more approachable. That'll be the same.
But,
I mean,
they pruned everybody still, and they made entire classes way more approachable. Specifically, I would say the biggest highlights are Blood Death Knight and Guardian. I think Brewmaster still needs
and Vengeance.
Severe fucking work. I haven't really tested or seen Vengeance much.
Good.
I mean, Prot Warrior, I think, is always just going to be Prot Warrior. I mean, so I don't know. Yo, holy shit, that's 3 dances. It's not unusual to be loved.
Havoc is going to play similar to now, but I heard that...
Trojan, what's going on, baby?
I heard that Blade Dance is going to be the highest damage, especially for Eldrachi Reaver. It's going to be your highest damage.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, we're designing some changes, diminishing returns, interrupts, and creature behavior. So DR, the first Fear cast, you'll have 100% expected duration. The second 50, 25%, whatever. In Midnight, it's going to go from 100% duration to 50% duration to immune. We also reduced the amount of time for diminishing returns to reset itself from 18 seconds.
That's for PvP.
Sir, oh, is that what this is?
Well, they're talking about DR, they're talking about PvP there.
Additionally, with PvE combat, okay, thanks, Lance, appreciate the freaking clarification there. Rather than the duration changing from 100% to 50% to fully immune, stuns will have a lower and lower and lower duration until they reach a fraction of a second. So no matter what, there's no immunity on stun. You can technically still stop people no matter the cost. Like, no matter what. So I think that's a good thing. Because there will be cases, when I go to pop a fucking leg sweep on a Brewmaster Monk and my rogue is just absolutely toasting the DRs with his cheap shots or kidneys or whatever. So, having that is very, very good. I'll take that. Definitely a good change. When it comes to interrupt abilities, players are increasing their interrupt duration by 2 seconds each. So now your interrupts are more impactful, so you need to use less of them, but when you use them, they're a lot more impactful, which is good. Just change to make interrupt effects more effective. Yes, good. Healing can be stressful, and as it is, I think it's the most stressful role during a fight. I've played all 3 roles. Healing is by far, in my opinion, the most stressful. It's not even close. And yeah, they've completely gotten rid of interrupts for healers in Midnight World of Warcraft, and wow, that is a massive Massive change. I'm not even sure what to say about this.
Hey, I know there's a lot of healers that are a little bit upset about losing their kick, but hey, Priest never had one. That actually brings the value of Priest up. Think about it.
This is going to be very... I don't know. I can't tell if this is a good or bad change. I don't know. I don't heal. I can't give an opinion. I would want to ask some of my buddies, like Broform. Oh my god. Resto Shaman, buddy, man. Jesus, what's his name? I'm terrible. My memory is so fucking ass.
Rocker.
Yeah, Hells, yeah. Healing is stressful because people don't mitigate damage. I mean, sure. People don't pop defensives. Automatic Jack is excited about it. Yeah, he is hyped. Not having a kick to stop damage when your teammates don't use their kick makes healing more stressful. Yeah, but you can just spam Healing Surge. Or actually, that's gone.
Yeah, but...
See you later.
I think it's going to be...
What do you guys think about it? We got over 100 people total. Just kidding. We have 80-something people total. I just got the update. Sorry about that. So we got like 80, 90 people in here. What do you guys think about healers not having kicks anymore in World of Warcraft? That shit is gone.
The thing is, it's so hard to tell until we see how the gameplay really is in these dungeons. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Yeah. Why do healers need to be kicking? They should be healing. DPS should be kicking and maybe a tank. I mean, I agree. All I'm going to say is that shoots up Prow Paladin's value a lot. Prow Paladin and the amount of interrupts they bring to a party is absolutely uncontested, and it's god tier, so really insane. Losing an interrupt in the group is garbage in general. Resto Shaman stocks are way higher with it even being at 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds is fucking long. So healers should be just healing. Tank DPS can do the rest. I agree. Tank only mechanic I'd go for. Next, take away heals from every class except for tanks and heals. I wanted to see her. Wait, who? Wait, I missed it.
No, I think that it might be a wrong chat situation.
That's crazy. A kick is basically a heal. It prevents damage. Unplugged healers are not kicking anyway, so I pretty much don't care. I mean, you're not wrong. You will not catch people kicking in pugs.
In pugs, most people don't kick at all.
I don't kick at all in pugs. I just damage. Top damage. Big damage. Arcane Mage. Full Arcane Barrage.
Funnel damage.
Big, yeah. I'm prio. I'm prio damage. I can't kick. I'm priority damage. See, because if I get the priority target down, Lance, the dungeon goes smoother. So I can't kick, but I want you to kick. I want you to kick, Lance.
What would be a good, easy pug healer for midnight? Yeah.
Resto Druid. Resto Shaman, Resto Druid. Every answer. Every single time, those are the answers. By the way, Resto Druid is the best healer.
Gino, you're right, by the way. They should go back to where every class can't do everything. Thing is, people will just be pissed off that their class can't do everything.
Yeah. All jokes aside, SkyWow, love your name. I would say Resto Druid is such an absolutely disgusting healer right now. Very, very straightforward. They're dominating. Healing per second is through the roof. Still fun as well. Really good changes to their hero talents. I would say Resto Druid is a knockout of the park.
And you could play Balance, Feral, or Guardian.
Yeah, I would say that. Can my class Zug? Then I'm good. True. So yeah, this is a very big change, man. I don't know. Resto Shaman will access to wind shear. It's kind of interesting that they did that. I wonder why. Like, why did they decide that? Weird.
I'm actually okay with them keeping their kick for whatever reason.
Okay.
No, it's cool.
We're making an effort to change the behavior of enemies that use spells like Shoot or Frostbolt. We want enemies with these spells to more evenly spread their targeting to different players in the group, which should reduce cases where a single player might get a large spike of damage. Yeah, you mean get fucking one-shotted? And they don't need an add-on saying, defensive. Defensive now. Kick now. And again, we have more class changes. Sometimes we'll continue to outline all this stuff. We're going to make changes for Lance in particular because Devour Demon Hunter can severely use a lot of work and he's a shitter. That's weird.
Yeah, by the way, Devour needs an AoE button.
Yes. They need one more button.
Void meta.
I normally tank, but I'm considering going DPS next X-Pack. Would you recommend Fury Unholy? I mean, Unholy is going to be fantastic.
Listen, with the complete rework to Unholy, they're going to make sure it's good.
And they're thematically, it's just absolutely S tier.
I got to try more Unholy because it could be a dark horse for me.
For sure. Here's the thing, though. If you normally like Protection Warrior tank, Warrior will be such a safe pick for you because you get 2 DPS specs. You can tank. If you don't like healing at all, I mean, yeah, Warrior DK are such solid picks because Thrall's DK is going to be just fine. They're not changing. They don't need to. Unholy's looking good. So, by the way, Blood, I'm telling you, is a sleeper. They're so much fun. Love playing Blood. They have a couple really cool new abilities, especially that Empower ability that you channel it, boom, 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 and you release that big blood explosion in front of you. Oh, so much fun. But Warrior in general, I would say Arms and Fury are both going to be good. I'm a little worried about Fury's talent design, though. I still think that needs a substantial amount of work. But I think Warrior will be in a decent spot. I just think they need to overhaul what they did to Battlefield Commander.
Okay.
Revert it, because they just gutted it, and they gave them no utility again. So, in a nice way, screw you, Blizzard, for doing that.
Sky, if I was going to play an Unholy Death Knight, hear me out.
Okay.
What if I went
Gnome.
Unholy?
Gnome.
No, because they look like... Okay. Actually, no. I feel like when this new Unholy, you want something a little bit more caster.
Gnome.
Heck.
Fuck. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I just want utility on Warrior. That's all I want. Nah. Nope. You're not getting it. Anyways, continuing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to changes on some stuff. I did want to go through some quick little reaction stuff when it comes to us just talking about some stuff and asking you guys what you think. For example, a big one. I think we all remember it. The character model updates in World of Warcraft. I know, obviously, this is 10 years old. But man, I gotta say, some of these are absolutely amazing.
Well, these have now been in the game longer than the original.
Yes. So now, are we, Lance, I wanted to ask you, are we in need of another visual update on character models, yes or no?
I don't even know if necessarily a whole visual update, but they need to go and add more custom, go to the Evoker, make a Drakthir, and look at their visage forms. The amount of shit that you can do to add that to them. Insane. By the way, they're on a different level than any of these other things, even with the way they look anyway. Definitely they need to do more
Undead was
upgrades.
great. I think they did really good with Undead. Gnome, I think they fucking blundered. What do you guys think of the Gnome updates? I'm gonna be honest, I hate them. I think they look very goofy. I think it looks too animated, too over the top a little bit. I think they could have kept that serious style as well. It's a little goofy.
Well, gnomes are meant to be goofy.
This may be a hot take. I thought they did good on dwarves. That's just me. I thought they did an excellent job. Orcs, I don't really like. I'm gonna be honest. I think the orcs came a little too soft. What are your thoughts on that? Am I wrong?
Orcs pretty cool, especially when they added the more customization. You could do the war
Looks
paint
like a
and
hobbit.
shit.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. Hobbit vibe. I guess they're not meant to look serious or Warcrafty. They're a fucking gnome. Always hated gnome. Always will. Great. Orcs need eyebrows, please. True.
I agree with that.
I thought female gnome ended up pretty good. I thought they nailed Tauren, thank fucking God. This race needed an update. So this was so low resolution. You can't even make out their face. This guy doesn't even have pupils down here. What am I looking at?
You know, a lot of people don't like the new Tauren, but I personally do.
There's no way. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the new Tauren? I thought it was great. I thought they did a good job. They actually look like a Tauren.
Yeah, drummer guy, I agree with you. I don't know if we need full reworks, but we definitely need way more customizations for everyone.
Yeah, I agree. I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think we don't need full-blown reworks. Who do you guys think needs the most work out of any race in the game? Who needs, holy shit, there's nothing to customize here.
Nightborn.
Either way, you're kind of right. Nightborn don't have much.
Nothing.
I would have really liked if they let us play as the Withered. Drakthir's crazy. They need to fix the facial animations our tunes do. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Troll needs more too.
Yeah, Darkspear.
And by that, I really just mean give them fucking beards, man.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Some races benefit from the softer look, others not so much. Or at least bring them up to the standard they are the hero characters. Drakthir, Troll, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I think Gnome could use a little bit of help. Night elves are excellent. Humans are good. I think they need to clean up humans' hairstyles, though. Some human hairstyles, like, regressed substantially. Nightborn options are pathetic. Yeah, it's literally, like, I think half a page. Give undead beards and fix drag there. Human has, like, 3 decent quality hair options. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, undead should probably... I mean, I don't know. Every male in the game, no matter what race, should have... You should have the option to have an actual beard.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you can make it... Well, no, because night elves could have full beards. Why can blood... I don't know. Is there a lore reason blood elves can't have beards? I don't understand.
What do you mean blood elves do have beards?
Yeah, but they're little goatees. I want a full...
You mean a full-blown,
Yeah,
like...
full beard.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe they just can't grow them like me, bro. I literally can't grow a full beard.
Nightborn, definitely they're using the night elf rig, but their customizations are... They have like a quarter of what actual night elves have customization.
We need more hairy bodies. True. Undead straight posture.
Like Coltiran.
True.
Coltiran.
I think they did pretty good on undead.
By the way, if undeads had straight posture, that would be
fucking scary.
That'd probably be my favorite race.
Undead in general don't look undead enough to me. Let me tell you something. When I was playing Undead Warlock at the start of Season 2, I made my guy so scary looking. I had the no jaw. Literally, his jaw's out, no eyes.
Yeah, to
like
say that
scars.
undeads look too soft is kind of crazy.
No, let me tell you something. I made my undead look fucking scary. Like, I saw the dude, I'm like, damn, I don't know if I want to be someone this evil. Like, I literally thought that when I'd log in and be like, damn, I don't know, I can't really resonate with this guy. This guy's fucking evil. Like, look at their skin. Do you mean bones? I mean, what do you want them to do, though? Like, have, like, ooze popping out of their skin and stuff?
I think he's talking about orcs from his other post.
Oh. Rugged orc update. Yeah, orcs are too soft, in my opinion. They, like, I don't think they did good. And they're really bouncy. I wish they'd bring the option to switch to old models. By the way, I think so, too. I think that would have been cool. On some of my races, if I had the option, I would go back to old models. On some. I would go back to probably Mr. Pandaria human. I think
Centaur would never be playable.
Never. Ogre should 100% should have been playable. I am reading all of the books pre-classic WoW, and it's baffling to me how much ogres have had an influence on Horde history, and they're not playable. It's really, I don't understand how it's possible. And instead, they added undead. I'm going to be honest. Undead doesn't really fit the Horde, but ogres do.
They went with, and this was like a quote from, they went with the rule of cool when it came to undeads and added them just because they're cool.
Okay, I guess. I'm going to be honest.
I wonder how many people would have actually played Ogre, and I know there's going to be a bunch of people right now that say they would.
Yeah.
But let's be fucking...
Bro, an Ogre two-headed mage would have been insane. Like Cho'Gall, or like, dude, an Ogre, like, arms warrior charging at you. Could you imagine as an alliance going up against a Tauren and an Ogre and an Orc in a room at once, and even a Troll? Trolls are scary too in the lore. Dude, fuck that. That would have been awesome. That would have been way cooler than Undead, in my opinion.
Well, they would have fit the Horde, the Undead, especially back in like the vanilla days, lore-wise, don't fit the Horde really at all.
At all. They should have been their own faction. I'd play Ogre Paladin. I actually think I hate you.
You know they would not be able to be Paladin.
He got me, though. But he got me. He wanted to trigger me, and he did. He did. He got it. Ogres we got an extra anorexic dragon before Ogres is fuck.
Ogre would be warrior, hunter, shaman, mage, warlock.
That's it.
Probably
they would not be druid. They would not be priests.
Yeah.
They would not be rogue either. So, yeah, you got them all. Good job on your first go. That was insane. Ogre just needs to happen. It's an OG race from Warcraft 1. I mean, they literally helped founded the Horde in so many ways. It really baffles me how they picked undead instead of that. But yeah, I guess
they added the Machnathal.
Who's that?
Rexar's right.
Oh, half ogre. Yeah, sure.
Ogre,
that's
ogre.
awesome. They were just mentioning him in the book that I'm reading, which is so cool. I'm really excited.
I think more people would play that than an actual ogre.
Yeah. Half ogre's awesome. Big as shit. Big motherfucker. But you're still smart. Really cool. Got him. That's crazy. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that time.
I want Saberon from Warlords of
What, the
Sabers.
Oh, you're crazy. Really? You would play them?
Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't. Saberons?
I'd play a Jinyu too.
I would play a Jinyu. I would play a Jinyu Rogue.
What are the
That
monkeys
shit is
called?
gangster. Hosen?
Yeah, I'd play a Hosen too.
Daddy Cats? Hell yeah, you're fucking
Can
crazy.
we get some ones in the chat for everyone who'd play a Hosen and really ooker that duker, boy?
It's time to ooker that duker. That's crazy. Furbolg on Naga? Naga should not be playable. No.
Furbolg.
Furbolg, yeah.
No one's playing that shit.
No one would play Furbolg either. Pharaoh Druid Saberon. Yeah, I know. I still miss that fucking form from WoD.
What was it? The Claws of Shivara?
It was so S tier. I don't know how. Ooka that duker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the next segment. Let's get into now the form freakout, baby. All right, it's time for the form freakout, where we pull the wildest, saltiest, and most unhinged takes from the WoW community. From rage posts to Reddit meltdowns, nothing here is safe from the freakout. Let's get into it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially time. You guys heard the intro, man. It's time to dive into the form freakout. We go through the form posts, check all the crazy nonsense that you ladies and gentlemen post, go into it, discuss it, chat about it, and give our opinions with the show and the audience. Lance, how you feeling? You ready to dive into the form freakout or what?
Yes, so.
I would take that as a yes. 1 second, I can get my fucking music going. Holy God, help me.
To be fair, we did hear about those foxes when we heard about the Sethrak Trill. To be fair, they were together in that same zone. Listen, we got to at least be fair. With that being said, yeah, it should have been the Sethrak, 100%.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about that.
Volpira literally had such little amount of lore, and their justification for it was basically they're gypsies. All right, man. Okay.
Well, let me make sure the audio level is good. This reminds me of a question since we brought up remix. Do you guys like Suramar? I personally like the Suramar questline. I always thought it was kind of cool. I'm not going to sit here and say I would redo it a bunch of times, but I enjoyed it the first time I did it. I didn't even finish it. You can ask Lance about that. He's the expert of all things fucking Nightborn. Okay. Artifacts need to make a comeback in the story of World of Warcraft. Playing Remix is reminding me of all the amazing weapons that were deeply tied to the lore that are now sitting in the player's banks that are now perpetually pulled from the story. It's high time, but we bust these bad boys out and bring them back to prominence. Items like the Ashbringer need to go back to the Argent Crusade as a mark of the... by the way, I absolutely agree. Thrall needs his Doomhammer back. He would never take it back. And the Scythe of Elune is a key piece of lore connecting Gilneas and the Night Elves. More of these weapons can be used to build up new characters and flesh out the world. We had them during a time of crisis. Now it's time for them to find new homes. I would say specifically for the Doomhammer thing, he feels like he let down that name in general. That will never happen again. He'll never pick that weapon up. But I do agree. I think...
Well, it's because he was a honorless bitch. So, he deserved it.
That's what he gets. You don't cheat in a Makara, do you? And get away with it. That's kind of weird. All about honor and, you know,
don't be an honorless bitch.
That's crazy.
Doomhammer's
spend all about
how many
honor.
Expansions basically having erectile dysfunction?
That's
with the elements?
Fucked. To say.
No,
but I agree. I definitely agree. In Thrall's regard, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Vile Fiend, you hit the nail on the head, and it's where I would stand. These weapons might as well be gray items now.
Yeah.
There's no power in any of them. It
saved the world. Bringing them of power. It had to be done. It had to happen, Lance. Why? Why did that have to happen? What happened, Lance?
I don't know. Something about an
axe
axe or something, a sword in the
forum. Yeah,
something like that in the world. Silithus or something.
The cruel barb dropped in the dead mines. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Something like
a sword dropped. Nah, they had to use the power to save the world from Sargeras, a sword poisoning Azeroth and destroying the world. So, had to be done, and it's a noble sacrifice. That's a way to get rid of all of our power heading out of what was it? BFA? That was happening. Was that BFA or Legion? Legion, yeah. I guess we didn't hold it past Legion, right? Jackass. You're right. I completely agree with you. Artifact weapons are very cool. To go back in time when Legion was released would be amazing. Yeah, true. I agree. And I think, listen, I think for what Legion was, I think having the artifacts, it made you feel like a superhero. It made you feel like it, and you gotta know
the point of the story.
Yeah, and you gotta know at that point you're fighting the end all be all. The Burning Legion is the end of all days. It's what Sargeras created. It's you know, it's like that's like the last thing. And a lot of people were even thinking that, what are you even gonna go to after this expansion? What's next? Is it WoW 2? And that was how many years ago? 9 years ago?
8, 9, yeah.
8, 9 years ago. Well, people are still asking, are we going to WoW 2? So now we're just fighting a different threat that's, you know, cosmic power, which is now the Void. Similar concepts. They want to destroy all life and, you know, corrupt the world soul, etc.
Well, technically, the Burning Legion wanted to stop the Void.
They did. They did.
So maybe,
who knows? Yeah.
Maybe if the Legion, we were on their side, maybe we'd have some help.
Oh, he's throwing out some
I'm just saying,
big accusations.
Maybe Sargeras isn't all bad.
Whoa! Is that where we're going? Is Sargeras right because he's fighting the evil of all evils, which is the Void? Whoa! Who knows? Who knows? I'm enjoying Lemix for its insane pace and scaling, but no way do I think the main game should ever go back to infinite power grinds. I don't even know what you're talking about. He's literally okay. He's a
in Legion having to infinitely just keep grinding.
Yeah,
artifact
no, I
power.
get that, but this guy's post is about bringing them into the story.
Yeah, well, I think people didn't
gameplay.
They didn't read.
That's what I'm saying. This guy is absolutely trolling. It already did. It's how we got Zalatos. That's crazy. I was more talking about coming back lore-wise and having story. Yeah, thank you, buddy. One of them is still in the story. What is still in the story? I don't even know.
Zalatath?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Still
Holy
the
shit.
Story?
I'm trolling. I'm late to reply, but what sword? That's crazy. Let's get artifact helmets. They give iconic look and connect with the whole helm vibe like Arthas based on tree upgrades. Look of helm alters. Interesting. No. Anyways. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Artifacts got rid of the weapon problem in game, but that AP grind, though, yeah, no.
What weapon problem, though? One of the coolest things during an expansion... Actually, I think we have a weapon problem right now. It's called needing to fucking craft your weapon every patch.
Yeah, for real, hot take, guys. I fucking hate having to craft my BIS weapon every season. It's actually super lame.
Well, maybe not your BIS, but it's definitely the thing you're going to craft.
It's the 99%.
Yeah.
And I think it's fucking lame.
Yeah.
Aluna should also be free. Whether or not he cares about our problems is another matter. Yeah, I have to study up on more of Lunith to.
You were an arcane mage in Legion. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what to say. I love them while the player base complained nonstop about them during Legion. It was really painful the first time around, and Lemix does not show properly what we want through artifact weapons. As an Ellie shaman at the time, I counted down the days until I replaced my artifact weapon. That's fucking crazy.
Considering, I will say though, being a caster and having to have a
this weapon
kind of blows.
Tough. Yeah, I thought it was cool though. It was a good look. What do you guys think? Do you guys miss Legion artifact weapons being in the game of something to progress throughout the entirety of an expansion? It doesn't need to be these items exactly, but do you miss something you can take, hold on to, and progress throughout the entire of an expansion?
For me, it's like a yes and a no because it gave you it's a gift and a curse because it always gives you something to log in and to work towards.
For sure.
But it always gives you something you have to work towards
at
the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a blessing and a curse. I'll tell you, there's definitely certain times, like maybe last season when I was playing a little bit more, it would have been nice to be able to log in and feel like, okay, I'm progressing my artifact. This season where I'm not really motivated to play, it would just feel like more ways I'm behind.
Yeah, I could agree. 50-50. Yeah, I think everyone feels pretty much about the same way. I miss the class fantasy more than the power trip, true. I think we miss class order halls.
Yeah.
More than the artifact weapons. Who can agree in the chat? Let me get some ones if you guys agree with that. You agree that you miss class order halls more than the actual artifact weapon themselves. I'll put a 1 up for that one. Let me get some 1s in the chat for that. But I think we can agree. I think artifacts are cool. I don't think they're mandatory to come back in the story, though. We drained them of their power. That's it. So long. See you later. Oh, this one got canceled. See you later, buddy. Move on to the next. Every single thing about Legion was way better than anything in any expansion after Legion. Every single thing?
I'll tell you what, Legion didn't have delves.
True.
Mythic Plus in Legion wasn't very good.
Questing was good in Legion. I like Legion questing a lot.
questing was good.
Raids
Raids were good.
were pretty good.
Outside of Emerald Nightmare, raids were good.
lore was excellence.
Lore was peak, yep.
Yeah, I would
Plus
say.
order halls were good.
Yeah, I would say it's about a 9.5 to 10 expansion. So, big ones in the chat for that. Are we even trying anymore, Blizzard? I hate this company. So I'm going to go to the forums and I'm going to complain. Get ready, guys. Listen to my post. Who's in charge of putting up the festival decorate? Oh, this guy's that mad about that. It's crazy. You should be absolutely ashamed of the festival decorations you put up around town. Half the pun you... Yo, wait a second. Half the pumpkins look like they were placed by a blindfolded raccoon. Not a single one is centered. This is a public disgrace. Borderline war crime territory. You're lucky I can't post pictures, or there'd be a full investigation by now. How do you keep getting away with this, Blizzard? The pumpkins aren't centered.
Which one of you guys posted this shit?
Is this what I'm reading on my Saturday night? Pumpkins not being centered? Holy shit, chat. What is going on? I gotta see this. I've seen pumpkins on people's porches, decks, and steps. They're never centered, but speaking of pumpkins and war crimes, that's crazy. Screenshot or it didn't happen, true. Yeah, that's crazy. We really need to start asking this. Why wouldn't you provide a screenshot with this post? Damn, smash the pumpkins, smash them all. Seriously? That's fucking crazy. This is crazy. Blindfolded raccoon was probably a red panda. Get his ass. That's crazy. Honestly, statistically or not, the demonetization of pumpkins is crazy to me. I honestly don't mind it. They're human after all. And understaffed. Shame on you. All you do is complain. This is fucking crazy, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who sent us pumpkin decorations or who even cares? The lack of care here truly shows the downfall of us all as human beings with blue hair. Did he just get us, chat? Chat, I think he got us good, bro. He got us good. Okay. You son of a bitch. You got us good, you jerk. Damn it. I'll admit, he got me. He got me. I believed him for a second. I was ready to go in. This dinar system is genuinely baffling to me. 74 human warrior. That is on the old classic realms. By the way, it's bad enough that Blizzard keeps hamstringing and cannibalizing its own player base with remix, causing the rate of Mythic Plus runs to literally drop by half to 1.1 in this week. Yeah. But what's the point of restricting it so you have to do normal or higher to actually get the dinars? Blizzard wants dinars to be restricted for people who haven't left yet. Please make this make sense. And no, it's not about bad luck protection. If that were the actual point of this late in the season where 75% of people aren't even playing anymore, it's redundant. It would have made sense if we were introduced for early in expansion for bad luck, but that isn't the case. Varus, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hello, baby. Love that name. What do you think about that?
So I don't really understand what he's complaining about from his post. Is he complaining that you can't get dinar from LFR?
He's complaining that a couple things. Number one, Legion Remix is splitting up the Mythic Plus runs by a shit ton. Number one, and then what's the point of restricting it so you have to do normal or higher to actually get dinars?
So yeah, he wants to be able to do LFR and get his heroic piece.
The show. You can't do normal?
Bro, at this point, just queue normal. I went in on a fresh Demon Hunter 3-4 weeks ago, and they carried me through normal in like 45 minutes.
Can you do normal raid?
Or you could...
No, I'm asking you, can you do a normal raid?
Yeah, at this point in the
Can you do a
season,
normal raid blindfolded?
Yeah.
Can you
'Cause
do...
You don't have to be alive. You'll get carried.
Can you do normal raid butt naked?
I always do normal raids butt naked, just so we're clear. Thanks for outing me. You're a dick.
Can you...
I raid naked every time.
Can you prove it to me next time?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
No, for real though, all
take a
jokes
picture.
aside, dude, I don't know what the fuck we're complaining about at this point. I mean, this is absolutely insane. We're complaining that they're allowing us to get heroic. Is it mythic gear this time around?
No,
Or
you
it's
can't
just
get that.
it's just heroic. You can get straight up easy heroic gear by doing normal. I don't even know what we're talking about. Here's a straight up downgrade to any time you've had dinars before. I mean, okay, People are still playing WoW. Blizzard doesn't care what version as long as the sub money is coming. All right, take it easy, fucking Jello. That is quite literally what it is saying. Nuh-uh, doesn't change that, sorry. And how is Remix cannibalizing anything when they're on the same servers and in the same guilds as the rest of the retail characters? Okay. I mean, Remix is obviously relatively popular, but I don't see how it makes sense. Even though it's old assets, it still requires a ton of development time to get ready for current retail. Time they could have spent on the actual game. You do realize...
I think that's all. It's a different team now.
Sure, but we also do realize that Legion Remix launching was a great thing, right? And we do realize Mr. Pandaria launching is a good thing, right? Like, elongating the player health during the end seasons of an expansion is very critical. And if they can keep the hype and everything high as we're heading into the pre-patch, they fucking nailed it. They realized they did it with Mop Remix. They're doing it again with Legion Remix. Player retention is still high. It's still up. Things are still good. But it's just on Legion Remix, which is a fun, goofy arcade mode, rather than the live game, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe I don't want to sit in Mana Forge Omega for the 50th fucking time anymore. Maybe I just want to have fun and goof off and get some transmog. Right or wrong, ladies and gentlemen? Do you guys want to sit and raid log every single week? Or do you guys just want to have a good time chilling in Legion Remix?
SJ, whatever, Midnight's patches are faster, I think.
Yes, in their totality. Aren't they?
Right now. Midnight, our Legion was every 77 days there was a patch.
So,
Midnight is
8,
what?
16, 24, 32.
Yeah, we're getting a patch every 56 days.
That's
in Midnight.
fucking is that true?
Yeah. 8 weeks is...
I mean...
So...
Wow, I guess you're right. Jesus, that's insane. 56 days we're getting a patch.
Yeah.
Christmas, what's going on, baby? How are we doing? Hopefully. Shit, that's crazy, though. Legion Remix has been pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, we can all agree that Legion Remix is doing its job for what it is. It's a fun, goofy arcade thing for World of Warcraft to keep us busy until the next patch comes around, or pre-patch, or, you know, whatever. I mean, that's it. There's nothing really else to discuss. We're sitting here getting mad about the... I love that guy's transmog. Getting mad about the dinar system and all this, and blaming it on Legion Remix and the developers doing half-baked things, and that, like... Bro, do you... Like, listen... The Turbo Boost event is giving a shit at a trivial level. You want it more than that? I don't know what to tell you. That's a you problem. I'm sorry. You want gear easier than you can obtain in the Turbo Boost event? Bro, go play Mario Kart. This is crazy. It's already trivial. I'm
actually just gonna get
your
weapon
sword
transmog
for Devoured.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that too. But I think I'm actually gonna...
crazy. I don't know.
I'm actually gonna just level up a Devourer and pre-patch.
That's cool.
From level 10.
Do you want Transmog in Classic Plus?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Probably not.
That's weird. Then stop talking.
The fuck?
At this point in gear, you get just leveling gear for Midnight now. Absolutely. Or go play Remix and get tons of super gear easy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Didn't Dinars drop from LFR the last time?
Yes.
I believe they did, yeah.
They did.
I'm not a fan of Transmog in general.
No,
or
I'm
in
a
Classic?
huge fan of Transmog normally, but I wouldn't want it in
Transmog.
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't think it'd be good. But I do love it in retail, and it's a very big part of my enjoyment. I love Transmog in my
Yeah, I
character.
do love
it's awesome.
Transmog.
Anyways, let's scoot the boot and let's move on. Continuing now.
But here's the thing, my idea of Classic Plus is not what a lot of people's is.
Okay. And we're gonna go through that in a minute.
No, I just want...
He can't even do it. He can't even do it, you fuck. You're crazy for that.
I want more Scarlet sets in retail, Shadow.
True. Game is too hard. Let's nuke everything. Make the game easier, huh? What does the average player desire? Total nuking of all challenge in the game. Thread after thread, I see people say nuke this or make this easier. Or gearing's too long. I really struggle to understand this mindset. The game is not that hard to play at a moderately high level, even for casuals like me. For example, I have never played Shaman, ever. I started this one a week ago to check out all the healing hype. I watched one 10-minute YouTube video and got started. I started healing my first Mythic plus 12 at 688 item level, and I've already 699 93 item level now after a few nights of playing. The point is, it really doesn't take much time to get decent. I am no pro. I am your average gamer, but I invested more than 10 minutes into a YouTube video and maybe totally 4 to 5 hours of dungeons, and now I'm able to do Mythic plus 12s. I get it. The game is old. Okay, he keeps going. What's the issue? I'm completely disconnected here. I don't get it. So many people seem like you need years and years of thousands of expertise. I'm sorry if you get that under your belt, you don't have competing MDI or blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, this guy's fire. He's really good at the game.
Yeah, he's trying to show that I'm better than you.
Yep.
I mean, sure.
Clearly, I do plus 12s at the 688 item level on a class I just picked up. I don't know what you're complaining about. I'm the best in the world. Resto Shaman. Okay, dude. I mean, that's awesome, man. Either bullshitting or getting carried. 688 and a 12. By the way, that shit ain't happening. He ain't doing no 688s and 12s without getting straight fucking boosted. Ain't no shot, especially as a
Maybe
healer.
he's making this form post so that
Ain't no fucking shot.
he, when they find out he got boosted, or when they look at his logs and it's clear,
Ain't no shot.
it's not obvious.
Bro, I think I'm at like 714 item level. And I think at the time of me doing 12s really early on in the season, I was 706, 705, 707.
Yeah,
we
but
were
that's
barely
also-
timing keys.
But that's when everyone was around that.
That's what I'm
item level.
saying.
Now everyone's in the 720s.
I'm
probably.
fire. I'm at 688 doing 12s. Where are you at?
You could probably do a 12 at 688 now.
Sure, now you can. I mean,
Yeah, so-
one person in the group can have 688.
Yeah, so don't hate on the guy. He's probably telling the truth.
Also a fucking liar because he's
No,
getting
no.
boosted.
Look
He's
at
making
check
it-
his IO. Check his IO. Check it, bro. What
Shamalish.
do you mean? Just click on the profile.
It can show me the IO on
Click-
his profile. Are
Go
you sure?
in. Yes, go into it. Now hit view profile.
Holy shit, Lance is teaching me.
Guy doesn't don't check the forms enough, huh? Does he have his thing hidden? Click the thing, please.
I'm Lance. Are we serious?
Okay, so he's got it hidden. Imagine.
What fucking server was this guy on? What server? Anyone know what server I'm talking about here? What's up? Can't fucking. Oh, there he is.
There it is.
Okay. What the fuck is that?
What?
Okay, so he doesn't do that.
Then a Forge Omega.
Okay, so he's...
You look at the dungeons.
Hold on. So he hasn't rated. Let's go to the Mythic Plus season. This.
Very please.
See what we got. So he is doing 12s.
Got your ass, boy.
Okay, now what's his item level? I know there's a way for me to see his item level. I don't think I could see it on this screen. I think I'd have to go in one of these, maybe? And then see summary?
Admit he got your ass.
Bro, he's lucky I can't fucking see on this damn screen.
Just stop a Classic Plus. Instead of transmog, allow professions to dye the armor. Yeah, listen. They wouldn't give that in Classic Plus if we don't have it in retail yet, Bubba. But that would be sick. I would love dyes. Classic era. Some weapons losing their glows. I don't know what that means.
The Classic Plus survey got leaked.
What's going on with you?
Trying to find where what's his face's survey was. Lance, entertain the people.
Mr. Know-It-All doesn't even know how to check a profile on the forums. They say, "Guys, great, you're crazy, bro.
That's good.
Too much, you know."
Okay, guys, we're gonna get into this one. Now, Time to get into some of the Classic Plus features, guys. So Zaryu, shout out to the GOAT, obviously. He broke down what people would officially want in a Classic Plus. He made a survey, distributed out to his community, and they voted on a lot of shit. And even though, of course, we're all not Classic Andes here, you know, as retail players, we're going to give our opinion nevertheless. And Classic players are going to be mad about it. So I want to go through this list together as a team and see what you guys would be interested in terms of a Classic Plus. Where is... Let me swap the music here. Give a little loop action. Nothing wrong with that. Only 19% won more than Super Precious, really? Okay, so check this out. Damn, I can't see my cursor. Okay. So dual talents sitting at a 94%. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Dual talents are mandatory, right? I mean, there's no fucking way you're going to have Classic Plus without dual talents. Right or wrong, chat? W or L's in the chat for dual talents? What are we thinking?
100%.
Has to happen, right? I think we can all agree. Has to happen. Absolute must. Absolute must. WWW. Okay. Let's go through some of the more tough ones. More than 2 professions. I mean, that's a little goofy. I don't think that should be allowed in any versions of World of Warcraft, so I'm good on that. World buff changes. Holy shit, it's the worst thing about Classic World of Warcraft. World buff management is absolute cancer, toxic poison. It is horrid. It is horrid having to go around the world to get your world buffs. Get this shit out of the game. Get rid of it. Never come back. 94% agree with that.
I would say if you're going to do it, or if you're going to leave world buffs, don't do it where you have to go and get a bunch of them. Maybe the way Sod did it in like phase 1.
Okay. I would say W. Get that shit out of the game. Classic Plus, the survey's here, guys. We officially got the results. This is happening right now. Guys, Classic Plus is right around the corner. We're a couple weeks away. Scratch that. We're a week away. Guys, it's coming out tomorrow night. Classic Plus is here. I got a guy
logging in right now.
Guys, I'm about to log in. Nah, all jokes aside, this is just the Classic Plus survey update. If you guys are just tuning in, Zaryu put out a video, a little post. People, when is Retail Plus? People, gave the reactions, voted on some key things, and we're going to go through it. So, a couple key ones. Remove world buffs from raids entirely, 70%. Rework over removal. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's got to be some
I think
heavy
they're still
context.
talking about world buffs.
Okay, true. Flying mounts.
I wouldn't want
I wouldn't think that's a good idea. I think running around's a big part of Classic World of Warcraft, and actually, I think the leveling of TBC was very solid without flying. I think flying killed a lot of things. So sadly, I would say get rid of flying. I wouldn't even want flying in retail when it comes to going through the zones. Like the zones, like the active questing zones, I still think you should earn that, not the second the expansion's active, rock and roll on that.
Yeah.
Transmog, I don't think it should be a thing in Classic.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Not in Classic.
Yeah, I don't love the idea. If I recall, one of the biggest regrets some of the old devs had was adding flying at all. Yeah, true. Hot take, flying is one of the worst things to ever come to World of Warcraft. Yeah, I think we can all agree. It also really ruins open world PvP, top to bottom.
More than that, but it hurts.
Just the exploration.
Yeah, it also makes the world feel smaller.
Yeah. It's tough, and that's why the zones end up being so fucking big in new expansions, man. Because they have to accommodate to that. So it's tough. RBGs, I think we can all agree this needs to be in the game. RBGs, I don't know about 1v1 arenas, but definitely 2s and 3s.
Actually, I disagree with you. I think 1v1 arena should be
100%.
Yes, I think for Classic, it would be the best.
Yeah. I think PvP-wise, there's nothing wrong with rated arenas, rated battlegrounds. There's nothing wrong with any of this.
In my opinion, and I'm probably a minority here, Classic Plus should have RBGs and 1v1s.
Yeah.
And that's
Our team spends hundreds of hours crafting cool environments only for the entire population to fly over them. Yeah, I agree. Flying is essential to modern MMOs. Feel so bad without it. Anything now? I don't know. I honestly think like running through some of these fucking classic zones sometimes, dude, is awesome. Like it really is. Like one of the coolest things about classic WoW is the world itself, and I don't know. You don't want to pass over those things, you know, and let flight paths feel important. I haven't taken a flight path in retail in 5 years. So, no transmog, but maybe some better looking gear. Sure. Some HD textures, maybe?
No.
No?
It'll look out of place.
Well, wouldn't they have the models from, like... I guess that's one of the things we'll say in a second. Optimized flight paths. Yeah, without a doubt. Additional flight paths. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's just convenience. I don't see anything wrong with that. Summoning stones? Sure. Absolutely.
I would vote yes.
I would vote yes, for sure. Warlock summon closets?
Yeah, so they don't have to manually use a soul shard for every summon.
Sure, yeah, I guess you're right. Lower mana cost buffs, absolute. This is just basic convenience shit that should be in the game. Longer buffs, lower mana cost buffs, and guild banks. That all should be in the game without a doubt. I don't understand how people are upset about achievements. 70%? One achievement? I thought it'd be way higher. Why? What's wrong with achievements? What do you guys think? Should Classic Plus have achievements? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
So when you're talking about wanting to give people more reasons to log in, achievements do that.
Moha, I agree.
Now, personally, do I go and look at people's achievements? Not really, but I like to see mine.
Let people do that.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Said it's toxic to link AOTC type shit.
But who gives a shit?
Yeah, if you find it toxic that someone else accomplished something, you're a pussy.
No, I think it's because to get in my group, you need to link an AOTC.
Okay, then don't join their toxic ass group. You don't need to join their group anyway.
Most people in
even retail don't
classic,
even do that.
Who's pugging in classic?
Yeah, but also even retail people don't even do that shit. And if I ever see someone say link AOTC, I don't join your fucking punk ass group anyway. You're lame as hell.
Yeah.
This shit is trivial. Normal and heroic rating is trivial. Let's be real. It's easy. Yeah, there's a thing called the block button. I agree. Stop being so sensitive. Retail does. I've seen it many times. Yeah, sure. And I don't ever join their raid and I still get the content done. I don't know.
Well, the answer to that, though, is also just join a guild.
Sure. There's that too.
Pug.
Sure. My problem with achievements in WoW is they make so goddamn many of them. It dilutes the whole... Yeah, but that's just the name of the game. There should be different avenues of
whenever you make
farming.
New content, there should be achievements.
Yeah, but the thing is, there should be different avenues of achievement farming. There should be a quest one. There should be one about collecting. There should be one about discovering. And it just eventually will just tally up and add up. It is what it is. I love achievements. I think achievements are awesome. Dungeon Finder. Ooh, no. That's a hot topic.
No.
Ooh, Dungeon Finder.
I wouldn't want it now.
What do you guys think about Dungeon Finder in World of Warcraft Classic Plus? I don't think so. I remember in Wrath of the Lich King when Dungeon Finder really came out. I don't know. It felt a bit funky. Like, I remember in TBC, I was still looking for groups the old-fashioned way, but looking at, like, through the LFG bulletin board. Remember doing that?
Yeah, that's just ass.
It sucked doing that. And trying to go through trade chat.
They should just have an LFG the way they do in retail to get a Mythic Plus group. That's it.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Not the auto one, but I like the pre-made group one. I agree. I think we can all agree that. Like, I don't think a pre-made one, but a group where you're looking for similar things, and then you're finding similar styles that fit to your niche. Simple. No Dungeon Finder. I agree. I think what is it? Is it Group Finder? It's Group Finder.
Yeah.
Where you're looking for specific. So yeah, I think Group Finders. Yeah, okay. I think looking for Group Finder should be removed. It took away a big social aspect of the game. Now you got tanks that run in like they're He-Man. Shit. Classic Anniversary has that. I like it. Yeah, by the way, a lot of people agree because I've used that system and it feels pretty good. Pre-made Group Finder from retail is all it's needed. I agree. 100%. I think we can all agree on that. Minor class changes,
Yes.
absolute must. I don't even think we need to talk about that. Better quest rewards, for sure. I mean, some of them are literal, just trivial rewards. New raids. Sure.
Well, with better quest rewards, it's like there's also like really important quests that will give like a blue, and it's a blue you can't use at all.
Sure.
Like, you know, there's some really needed quest items for some classes. Like rogues have some swords that they get from quests that you need,
Yeah.
and caster doesn't get shit from that. Or, you know, like, yeah, you
Sure.
should add things so that people could go and this quest is worth it.
I could
for them.
agree. New raids.
That's obvious.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Now, when they say updates on old raids, new bosses and mechanics. So, like, this is one thing about Classic Plus I'm trying to understand. And I'm trying to understand in a way of genuinely, I want just someone to break it down for me. When we talk about Classic Plus, are we about to start running Molten Core, BWL, Encourage,
yeah.
and all this stuff again? Okay.
Definitely.
When do we get new content? Is it right at launch? Is it in between phases? Is it every phase is an additional raid? What does that mean? Because if we're settling for old raids as well,
I think more 20 man
okay.
in between.
So kind of like what they did in Wrath a little bit, with like there were some dungeons you
But,
can
like,
just straight.
Instead
Or
of like,
raids.
you know, when BWL comes out, ZG comes out shortly after or whatever, do like a MC also gets its own 20 man.
Gotcha.
Maybe Kara Crips.
What do you guys think? Because if we're looking to update old raids but then add new raids, how would that content cadence release schedule even work?
Oh, you're not going to get rid of those raids because why would you get rid of that content?
I don't think you
You
should.
never get rid of MC, BWL, AQ,
They're too iconic.
ZG, and
But the
NAC.
problem is how do you keep people playing long enough to be able to get something like that Scarlet Crusade raid they
But
made
people
in
would
SOD?
just come back. That's what happened with the Scarlet Crusade raid. People came back.
Okay. I don't know. It's to me it's tough. Updates on old raids for sure. Poll based system added to vote for
Like what
sure, man.
OSRS does.
Sounds awesome.
Actually, I'm against that. I think the community as a whole, no
is
offense,
fucking stupid.
not that they're stupid, they would vote on things that in the short term sounds good but is actually pretty bad for the game.
Sure. New classes. I don't see anything wrong with adding a new class like
I would
like
say
a Death Knight.
Maybe a Death Knight being added could be cool.
I don't see anything wrong with Death Knight.
That would be it.
No, yeah, I agree. I don't think you would do Monk or Demon Hunter or
No, let's
Evoker
say
or anything.
Death Knight,
I would just
at
say
max,
Death Knight. Yeah,
and that's it.
I agree. I don't know. Maybe. They voted for Arcar to come back in Mythic Plus. The community can no longer be trusted. That's fucking crazy. Community thinks they know what they want, but they don't actually know what they want. Yeah, I agree. Throw in a new raid here or there at different levels, something that goes along with the side of the story or whatever. Honestly, I'm not a democracy enjoyer. I can 100% see people voting themselves into retail over a long enough timeline. They literally have done that.
And if you're gonna do that, right, then what's the point of Classic Plus?
They
With
literally
being
did that
said,
shit with SOD.
I
SOD
think
turned into
retail,
retail.
I think retail's fucking cooking right now. But what would be the point of a Classic Plus then?
Yeah.
The point is for it to be different and to feel like classics.
New races, 64%. That's a big chunk for people saying new races. Now, would that entail Blood Elf Draenei? Or would that entail something like
I don't
Ogre?
think they would put
High
Draenei in
Elf?
it at all.
Would that entail maybe Ogre High
I
Elf?
would like
then?
Ogre to be put in.
I would
and High Elf for
love
Alliance,
Ogre
but
to
if you
be
put
put.
High Elf on Alliance,
Rut
or
Row
it might as well
Shaggy.
be dead.
Rut Row. High Elves and Ogres. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I think-
Necromancer.
I think High Elf would be too powerful.
Classic races.
It would be just too powerful for the balance.
Old school MMORPG, dumb to split your market. Okay. It would have to be within the story of Classic. Yeah, Ogre and High Elf. What is
High Elves
High Elf
are-
technically? No, right?
They're in Classic already.
They are, but
and they're
not,
High Elves,
not in a
like-
mass. Right?
No.
No. But Ogre, absolutely. Like,
But you could
without
just
a doubt.
Put the zone in.
Mm.
You're gonna have to make zones for both of them anyway. You're not
Yeah.
where Ogre's gonna be.
Murlocs and Furbolgs is fucking crazy to say. Get out. I would never play a fucking
You just
Murloc.
pick two races that are not smart enough to actually pick a side anyway.
Yeah. Ogres, absolutely though. Very few highs on vanilla, yeah. New race class combos. I guess people are interested in having Shaman and Paladin on both sides.
I
gotta
would
happen.
not. No,
I don't.
I wouldn't.
I don't want it.
I would want Shaman to stay Horde, Blood or Paladin to stay Alliance. I
I
would,
would think so too.
like, you know, you could give Troll Warlock, you can give Dwarf Mage,
Gnome Priest.
yeah,
Human Hunter.
Human Hunter, Undead Hunter.
Really took the time of releasing games. They would delay things until they got it right. True. More common at TBC. Undead Paladins. Oh, God. Thematically, lore-wise, it don't even add up.
Undead Paladin's cool. I'm against it, though.
It doesn't add up.
Remove racial traits. They obviously, no one wants that.
Yeah.
Modernize diminishing returns. Of course, 100%. The only people who would be against that are people who like to play rogue and gank people.
Hot take, all races should be able to play every class. You're crazy. You're crazy. I don't know about that.
Not in a classic
That is a hot
setting.
take.
I would say maybe in a retail setting, but in classic, nah.
Shaman tank, 66%. That's 2/3 people. That's not a bad vote for that. Interesting. Horde Paladin, Alliance Shaman. Wow, look at that. That's 70%, Lance. I guess we're wrong. What do you guys like Horde having Paladin and Alliance having Shaman? Personally, I don't love it. I like the exclusivity. I think it's cool. But I guess it is. Instant mail, yeah. If you're against instant mail, fuck off. Like, you have way too much fucking time on your hand, bro. I'm sorry. If you don't want instant mail, you have way too much fucking time on your hands, bro. I'm sorry. Crazy. Barber, if you're upset about a barber, fuck off. Sorry. Like, you're crazy. I play a Horde Paladin. I'm only Alliance and I love Shaman. No reason to keep them faction locked. Well, by the way, dwarves should have had Shaman in classic World of Warcraft. Lore-wise, they had access to the form of elements on
but it's just the
Azeroth
Wild
already.
Hammer are not in the
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter. Still had access to it.
Bronzebeards weren't.
Not my problem. Maybe you could make that argument that they're a separate race because they're a completely different clan and you're not, you know, a wild hammer dwarf in classic technically. Still, they had access technically and they could have made it. New zones. Sure, absolutely. Why not? Flex rating 50-50. Wow, that's a hot one. I would like flex rating. Why wouldn't I?
I would just like it to be maybe 25 man.
Yeah. Of course, we're going to be mages before vanilla launch. We have to understand a lot of race restrictions are completely arbitrary or form a balance. Yeah, 100%. You're 100% right on that. Nailed it. There's one in Classic and Nax, an Undead Paladin. Is there? Are we talking about like the Four Horsemen or what are we talking about here?
Heroic dungeons, yeah.
For
100%.
sure. For sure. AoE looting. If you say
Yeah.
no, fuck off. What are we talking about? You're voting against AoE looting? It's
Glances fouls a priest.
Proximity voice chat. I don't see how that would hurt the game. More
No,
spirit
I wouldn't
healers, whatever.
Sure.
Heroism and bloodlusts. I don't know. I don't know. Please bring them to retail, please. Maybe retail Undead Pally could fit. Classic, definitely not. Legion. I don't know if bloodlust and heroism will be
Nah,
good
I'm
for the
okay.
game. Yeah. Mythic Plus, I don't think that'd be good for the game.
No.
Additional battlegrounds, absolutely. Mob and quest scaling, damn, people aren't fucking with that at
Definitely
all.
not. No, I wouldn't want that.
No. Remove heartbeat.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
I-
Shorter mount time. Classic players are funny, man. We need to design classic boss this way. Okay. Personal loot. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Linkable professions. Absolutely. Quest cap to 30.
Sure.
Sure. Extended character stats. Sure.
Sure.
HD graphic toggle like Kata or Mr. Pandaria. Sure. I personally wouldn't mind. I mean, why not? Would you?
HD? No. Wouldn't want.
Shared mob tags for questing. I don't mind. I don't know what we're talking about here.
No.
You think so?
Not shared mob tags. No.
Is that like the retail one?
Yeah. That.
Oh
No.
no,
But
that can't.
I
Work,
will
no.
say shared mob drops for questing.
Yeah,
So if you're with a group,
that's what I thought it was.
yeah, that yes, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Toggle on/off XP, sure.
Yeah.
Focus targeting, sure. I don't know why that would not be allowed in the game. Who would be against something like that? I don't know. If you top one, yeah, no, that's not good. I agree, Cryptic. No, not good. No bueno. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, you guys, I know what you're saying now, but it would be no bueno. It's different. Like the value of killing a mob in Classic is substantially higher in retail. Like you have to know the difference is exponential. Like the amount of XP you get in Classic is a good amount. In retail is not. You don't get good XP from farming mobs. Nameplate rage for 40, that should be a thing. Jewel crafting, sure, absolutely. Horizontal gear progression.
What? I mean, sure. What does that even look like in
a real
WoW
life
setting?
Evan, what's going on? Good looking. Yeah, some interesting stuff here, I would say, to talk about. I don't know exactly what they mean by this horizontal gear progression. Can anyone?
It's like the way OSRS does it, where it's like them making new content doesn't necessarily mean your old gear is shit. Same with like Guild Wars 2.
Why the fuck would I want that? That sounds goofy.
Yeah, I watched the video, Evan. I don't think horizontal gear works in WoW. No, I watched the whole video.
Yeah, but how would that be appealing? Why would I ever want to log in again? That sounds so goofy.
No, it's not.
Same item level in all raids? That is so brain dead.
They'd have to.
What?
They would have to fundamentally change how the game works from top to bottom to make horizontal gear progression.
That sounds terrible. WoW's about constantly upgrading your gear. Yeah, it's a new challenge. It's a new raid. Yo, you want me to get one sword and I could technically have it forever? Fuck off. That sounds terrible. I get no dopamine hit of upgrades. That's terrible. Awful. No. You ever play Diablo Seasons? I did. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have to play Diablo Seasons to know how this works. I just play World of Warcraft Seasons.
I don't like Diablo Seasons very much.
I just play WoW Seasons. Ask OSRS addicts why they want to log in again. That's cool, because they don't want to do the work on that. Instead, they're farming out their fucking logging.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on that, bro. Good.
This is gear you can get for reasons other than +1 damage. What's the reason? In World of Warcraft, for look?
Unless
I'll just go play fucking retail for transmog. I'm curious why you say that. By the way, I love your points tonight. Would love to know how to pronounce your name, though. Ben Junior-y? Not sure. Another way you could focus each raid around a resist, so you need 5 gear sets. By the way, I thought the resist thing was cool in Classic, but I just think it needed to be implemented a little bit better. Maybe through like potions as well as maybe enchants on gear for fire resistance. I thought they did really good in
so I have to go and grind out different sets of resist gear so I don't die from this raid instead of actually doing any more damage.
No, I that's what I'm saying. I think that's bad, but some little enchantments to put on your gear and maybe some potions to pop is pretty cool in my opinion. Horizontal gear can offer you different aspects of how you do damage, different effects. Think like why you collect different trinkets. Okay, so I need 5 different sets.
Yeah, it sounds like a pain.
So I need an AoE set. I need a single target set. I need a multi-cleave set. I need a damage over time set. I need a haste set. I need a resistance set. How about fuck all that? I'm going to get my tier set from this season. There's a new raid coming out. Okay, everything can get upgraded / replaced.
Also,
I mean, I don't know.
But do people... I don't know. You want to go back and keep doing the same raid over and over again?
I'm good on that. I'll experience Molten Core, 8 to 10 times. And then I'll fuck off and go on to the next. I'm not going to sit here and keep doing Molten Core that is Burnout City. That means every raid that comes out, you're going to be throwing if you don't run the new raid plus the old raids. I'm good on that. I'm for sure good on that. Enchanting Vellums. I don't mind. Some people might. Sometimes I don't want
I can go either way.
Sure. Yeah, me too. But you're being really disingenuous with this. Am I? Did you play the exact same build every time you play Diablo? No, I didn't, but only because I was bored of one build after a week with Diablo. I mean,
But you're not going to sit here and say you want these things to, like, you want gear that changes your build completely? Then this is fundamentally, this is not classic then.
I mean, we're talking
What do you
about
want, sod runes built into gear? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And by the way, if we're making the OSRS argument, I think that's a losing argument for you.
It's a completely different game.
The entire way that game is played is
there's no classes, there's no anything.
Entirely different from World of Warcraft. I feel like that system would be better for something like New World, where there isn't classes and it's just weapons and it's free, free range to literally be what you want when you want, rather than World of Warcraft where you're locked in on something and that's it. Like, what if I wanted to go play Ret after? That means I would have to farm 5 different sets out for Ret too.
I think what Eben is saying,
I'm good on that.
Is kind of right. I think, and I feel like the horizontal thing has kind of become like a buzzword for classic players, and they keep using it. They don't even necessarily know what it means, just like I don't.
Well, because if I'm playing one spec, right? And like you're saying, there's different sets to do different things. Okay, let's just say there's 4 sets, 4 different types of sets that do different things. That means if I want to play a different spec, I would need to farm out those 4 sets again for Prot, for Holy, for then Ret. God forbid I want to have an alternate character.
Wait, I just want to ask, for the people who want horizontal progression, what's the reason for this? So you have a reason to go back and do MC again? Because we already have that because Thunder Fury's there. Right?
I think they should make legendaries scale throughout phases.
But they don't even need to. They're good enough. Right?
Sure, for a time being.
And every raid has a reason to go back. Like, it has different...
I guess I'm talking about Sulfuris.
There's chase pieces in these raids to go to.
Sulfuris is just bad. They need to buff it. It's just bad.
No, that's fine. Doesn't need...
Dungeon raid maps added, sure.
Yeah.
Combo points on target for Rogue and Druid, sure. I don't see why we want that. PvP trinket 2-minute. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't really care. It could go either way. As long as they, fix DRs in a way, diminishing returns, that can still stay 5 minutes. Not a big deal. Collections tab. I don't see what the point for that even would be if we don't have transmog. What are we gonna have collections on? Battle
pets? Pets?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, it's better than having to have your mount in your bag.
I guess you're right. I don't see anything wrong with that. Let me see. It's not a system that will work in WoW as it is now with the launch of TBC. They decided not to do horizontal progression. And from a product perspective, it's a way for Blizzard to appeal to a new aspect of MMO. Yeah, but Blizzard doesn't need to appeal to a new aspect of the MMORPG market. They dominate the market. Why would I need to appeal to more if I dominate 80%? Like, I don't get why people, like, don't get me wrong, obviously OSRS does some great shit and it has its trends here or there where people are playing it for a week, but you go back to Zarya and Peekaboo and all these big WoW players, they're back on hardcore WoW, man. Like, and the only reason they ever hopped to OSRS for a fucking week was because it was the trend and it was the fad. Not because that's something that's forever. You just said you didn't want to keep a weapon. Yeah, but if it's a legendary that 1 out of every 10,000 people have, I think you earn the right to have a legendary that can progress throughout an expansion. It's a legendary item. It's not something that
yeah, but it also gives
craft.
I just don't. So what's your want to go back to these raids? Why do you want to go and do them? If this is why do any raid though? If it's not really an upgrade, it's like a side grade. I could just do that and then PvP?
I would never have an interest to log in again. Ever. If I get a weapon and then I don't need an upgrade. Why would I ever want to log in again? I don't get that. And maybe I don't get it because I don't experience it firsthand. I don't play ESO. I don't play OSRS. But I'm good. Because I enjoy raided? No, the fuck I don't. I enjoy raiding for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then that raid I'm good on.
No, I like progressing a raid. I don't want to sit there and repeat the same raid over.
Well, I meant on farm. I guess I should.
Yeah, I don't like farm.
Yeah, farming a raid over and over, that shit is boring. You enjoy the challenge. Yeah, that's fun. Progression and not knowing the guides and knowing how to farm something easily, I would say that's fun. But the second something's on farm, to me, I'm checked out. I'm bored.
Yeah, I
Bold.
don't like farming the same raid over and over.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Good on that. When people hit Bis, that's the start of the roster, boss. True.
Yeah, and that's
More like when you first full clear. People get bored. Upgradable legendaries like artifact weapons. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it'd be really cool if you have a legendary that you can upgrade. It doesn't automatically scale, but you have to do some sort of work to upgrade it in the next phase. Maybe a quest line, maybe raid drops. I don't fucking know. That's for them to figure out. But I feel like that's cool. That's why people raid in horizontal progression. For the challenge? I'm not sure. Maybe I missed your point. I'm sorry. Housing items and crafting items too, I think, in ESO. Oh, that's different though. But I mean, yeah, I feel like that case could be made more for retail rather than classic. You know what I mean? Like go back and now you can go raid Nurabar Palace in Season 2 and get updated gear rather than... And I still don't even think that full idea of... I don't know. I'm not going to keep saying the same. Hellstone's leveling challenges. Sure, I love leveling challenges. That's a new way to have infinite fun. Built-in questy, absolutely. Rank 14 gear. Remove rank 14 gear, being in BIS and PvE.
So just make it good in PvP, but it's not the best thing in PvE.
Or I think they should overhaul it in general, the whole system. More quests in existing zones, sure. Oh, he said that twice, okay. Reworked itemization for existing items, sure. Entire new specs, that'll never happen. More class-specific quest added.
Yes.
Yeah, they should have that every 5 to 10 levels. Class-specific quests, I love that. Modern auction house, for sure. Solo challenges like Mage Tower. I'm surprised people voted yeah for that. Account-wide achievements?
Yes.
Wow, I'm surprised people voted yeah for that. Challenges, events around the world, sure. Dual area with CD reset button.
Yes.
All right, Zarya.
Wait, hold on. That's
No, that's a
100%
great
that.
W, but he's been making that argument for 10 years. Integrate professions further into raiding? Like recipe drops? Sure. Mage table, warlock solo, sure. Something like Bronzebeard approach to leveling challenges and prestige could be amazing. I agree. I love that whole stuff, by the way. I love that stuff, like Iron Man mode, hardcore mode, more damage, like you take more damage mode. I love stuff like that. It's great for, coming back on the game. And I think this is a pretty good list. There's obviously excellent information here. Good things to show Blizzard overall, I would say. At least something. Shout out to Zara, you're doing excellent. Doing the Lord's work over there on the classic train. I don't know, it's tough though. Obviously, once again, guys, we're even reacting to stuff like this is because stuff like this sparks so much engagement and just general discussion about the video game, because it's impossible to measure and to tell what Classic Plus is even supposed to be. It's so hard. We're talking about advancing and progressing a game from 20 years ago that we used to enjoy, and somehow adding some modernizations, but not too much to where people get pissed. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's very tough.
There's no winning for Blizzard with
There's no
Classic
winning.
Plus.
There's absolutely no winning. No, there isn't. There's only, coming close to doing well. Did they do well?
It's just trying to piss off as little amount of people as possible.
Bingo. I love that one. That's a great one. For however many Classic players there are that many number of Classic plus at least one?
Huh?
So, okay, so he's saying total Classic players ever, and then because of the trend, maybe it'll just add +1 because it's Classic Plus.
I actually don't think Classic Plus it's going to be even as big as 2019.
No.
It won't be as big as 2019.
No, it will not be. I don't think so. Every single person has their own idea of what Classic Plus is.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. That's why it's always an argument. It's always an argument. It's always a fight. It's always a discussion. And it's just, it's drama. It's fun. Drama's fun in World of Warcraft. I mean, I eat, breathe, sleep WoW. It's my work. It's my hobby. It's my off time. It's my interests. It's, my stresses.
I dream WoW.
Maybe sometimes I've dreamt. How many of you in chat have dreamt playing World of Warcraft before? I can confidently say I have had dreams about playing World of Warcraft before in my life, for sure. Anyone else in the chat here? Am I crazy? Anyone?
I think you're the only guy. The only one here. Sorry about that.
Yo, chat. We're back.
It's time for you to pack it up.
Guys, what if I just wore my hat like this? Yo, chat. We're back, man. Must have happened a few times the last 20 years of playing. That's crazy. Only nightmares. I definitely have. My dreams are usually in the style of whatever game I was just playing. That's crazy. I probably dreamt about Sally White. That's fucking, you're a dog. And not the first time I've had in my dreams. Happens when playing a ton in a short period. That's true. I remember when I first started working, I had dreams of my job that I was working at the time.
Yeah, when I was serving tables, I used to dream about forgetting people.
That's crazy. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, we had an excellent stream, man. That was really, really fun. We are going to have a nice little hot take debate this Wednesday. A lot of stuff coming soon. We have a mailbox mayhem to go through, but we'll save that, I guess, for next show. Still a lot more stuff coming, man. Obviously, housing is about a month and a week away. I mean, we're right there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream. It really is a pleasure. Also, before you go, check out our socials, man. Our socials are kicking ass right now. Hold on one second. Let me send you guys the socials. Dude, I promise you guys won't be disappointed. They are blasting over on the short form. So there's the YouTube channel that we put our shorts on. And we also have an Instagram as well.
Insta.
That we're blasting. We got probably about 2,000 total follows / subscribes, whatever, across all platforms. So definitely check it out, guys. I promise you won't be disappointed. Oh, we just broke 1,000 subs on YouTube. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's a big deal. 1,000 subscribers, guys. We did pretty good. That's something to be proud of. So if you guys want, I promise, check out that content. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. You just, little short form stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace out, guys. Thank you. Love you all. God bless.